Fluorspar can be an unpredictable city. Affluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Real BBC. Eric has informed me that he will be copyright striking the channel.
Yes.
For use of his intellectual property after. I know. What a. Kick him. Gary. Oh, it's on my channel.
It's your show.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Real BBC. I am your host, Az, for this week. And we are joined by a very special guest, Eric July, who we'll get to. Obviously, you may be aware some stuff's going down with Eric and the Rippaverse right now. I have pinned, as the pinned comment, the link straight to the campaign, the Alpha Core campaign, folks. So if you want a link, you're looking for a link for it, it's right at the top, pinned. Also, I put it into the description box. I've only just put it in, so you might have to refresh the stream for that to show up. But at any time that you have heard something that you like, or you want to be, are you curious? Buy curious, try curious. Go click it. Go have a look. See. But we'll be going into all of that business. But before we he's gone.
I'm here. I'm just gonna be. I'm always gonna be here. The camera might be off because nobody wants to see me wipe my nose. Okay.
Oh, the camera's off. Oh, the camera's. DSP just snorts into the microphone as loud as he can, dude.
Like I said last night, there's happy tissues and sad tissues. What's it gonna be? What's your day gonna be? Happy tissues or sad tissues? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Real BBC.
Jerry, what's going on with you?
Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. I am well. I went to the gym today, dude. I feel fucking great. I hate being sick. Being sick is gay. And I went to the gym, and it was a little rough, but I feel so much better now. Life is back to normal. Let's go with Hell Week. It's Marvel Hell Week, man. I am so fucking fired up for this week. And that trailer, it is Marvel Hell Week. Let's do this.
This is a crazy one. We got the Marvels. We got Alpha Core going on. We've just had the Reacher Season 2 trailer drop. There's some big stuff, some interesting stuff happening this month right now. Morley, how you doing?
Good. I've just been I've been streaming that RoboCop game, which is another highlight of this recent times. Something that nobody expected, really. I keep getting messages when I play it of like, "This is good," and it's like, "Yeah, it's good. It's really violent." That's the first thing I always talk about, which is always the best thing you want to see in it. But yeah, I would say that Peter Weller being the voice, the fact they keep the satirical stuff top notch, fully recommended at this point. This kept my interest the whole time. Don't have much left, but enjoyed every second. And yeah, I had a wonderfully productive conversation with Star Wars Theory last night for the first time pretty much ever. And the big thing we learned about each other was that neither of us really disagree on much at all, apparently. It's just what we get told sort of by... Man, that poor guy, he occupies the space of basically being hated by everybody in the Star Wars fandom because he doesn't quite lean fully in any particular direction,
How dare he?
Right.
It was funny listening to him be like, I get hated a lot. I was like, oh, yeah.
First time, huh?
Yeah. We might know a thing or two about that, Just saying.
Yeah, you guys were really, people loved you right after that CGI fake Luke Skywalker thing, and you might have said some things.
I might have taken the unpopular position of saying it was wank, and it looks like most people have come around after 2 years.
Especially Drinker. So
yeah.
We talked about that last night, which is good. We love Drinker. Can I respond to Dan Vasquez's 20-cent tweet real quick?
Hold on. Wait. I'm going to
read it out and then let me answer it.
Okay. Dan Vask for 15 pence says, the Rippaverse needs a character that has to deal with the hardships of being overly attractive, charismatic, and athletic, so I can feel represented in comics.
I heard the conversation and as specifically asked Eric not to put him in the comic books. Okay, Dan? He's not here to be easy on the eyes for you, Dan. Okay? We've gone over this before. Now go. It's leg day, right? Go work on your legs so you can run from those packs of starving children that always want to mug you in your country. Okay, Dan. Nice disco version of the FNT theme, but
he's got to sort out Eldritch representation first.
Yeah,
otherwise, I feel like that's underperforming in the world of comic books. We need some more tentacles, I think.
Right.
Well,
agreed.
Not being serious, because why? But a lot of people have liked the imagery of the Silverback and Rip, and we've had a lot of requests for the Silverback and Rip to go into the Rippaverse in some form. So Eric and I did have a chat after the show last week, and we are both in agreement that self-inserts are lame and gay. And so, I very much doubt that a silverback will appear as a character in the Rippaverse. But we did have an idea. We did have a little smoochy idea that would we think could potentially just give fans a little
Dude,
smile.
I'm already in the Rippaverse. That tweaker in the hotel from the trailer. That was me. I'm like, shit.
That's Gary off the rails. Yeah. Gary has a relapse.
They actually that's a slice of life, man.
Gary, let's be honest. You've already been there and done that, and that is what it was like from your perspective.
I'm like, that's really accurate.
In reality,
Really
you were just
accurate.
running around a motel outside butt naked, and
But
people
naked
were calling
thinking I was like electrically Hey, in my mind, it looked awesome, okay? It was fucking awesome.
Oh, Eric, how are you doing? I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a campaign going on your website.
Yeah, just a little something. No, seriously, I'm doing great. I'm feeling great, man. Yesterday was a crazy day for us, and man, to go into this campaign doing as well as it is, day one. I mean, we just a couple of hours ago. It's been 24 hours, and just an incredibly successful campaign. And I'm glad that people are loving the production as far as our animation, because that's really a big wing that we're trying to close in on. Last time I checked, we're closing in on, and probably will by the end of this stream, 700,000.
I think so, yeah.
Sales, and we're closing in on 6,000, I think, total purchasers. So it's been incredible. Day well, we still got 75 days though. Fulfillment will start next month. We got 75 days left in this campaign window. It's been fun, man. It's been a fun experience, and it's our most successful campaign in the sense that the website didn't crash.
Yeah,
of our Guatemalan steroided hamsters that we imported, running our services go around, everything's good. So
hold the line.
that's exactly what they were doing, and we've been able to manage the just stability. We dumped a lot of resources into it, so I'm thankful, blessed, man. I'm feeling great. I appreciate everybody's support in everywhere. I mean, you guys that have been just posting about it, I appreciate you guys so much, because word of mouth is very much how this thing go around. So I appreciate y'all so much, man.
I appreciate that, but this is all you. This really is. People have been hyped. I think there's a lot of genuine excitement. Legit, I think there's a lot of genuine. I'm excited for comics for the first time in a long time. I can't remember the last time I sort of had this level of excitement when it came to comics. Just there's an atmosphere around it, and it's very positive, and it's just very infectious to get like caught into that wave. We've been although we've been fighting like troopers, we're fighting against multi-billion-dollar companies here, dudes in their fucking offices all around the world. And, we've been taking huge L's because no matter how many times we get called gatekeepers, we don't hold the franchises. You're the ones who are gatekeeping. You're the ones who control what's going on there. So as much as we fight, we do have very limited power to actually affect anything. So to really feel that energy is fantastic. And to obviously have it revolve around somebody who we know, somebody who had a conversation with that guy on a stream one day and just said, should I do my own thing? Yeah, do your own thing. Hello, this is where we are today. And it's not as if that was what, 2 and a bit years ago. It's not as if it was so to put, what you've done, your money where your mouth is, not just start a campaign, but get it done. Have the books done. ISOM 1, ISOM 2. But I do have a very important question for you, Eric, to start the stream.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of ISOM?
Oh man, it's the part that made these guys so fucking angry. No, seriously, I'm actually considering, and maybe we'll poll the chat here. We're actually considering coming up with a merch line centered around that.
I think that's a great idea.
That says exactly that. But no, seriously, man, like ISOM was such a I love how Jen and Sylvia they word it like it's like in the wrestling terms, right? Where he's putting like characters over, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's been the coolest thing about the books, because we finally, with the release of Alpha Core, get to see that come into fruition, right? So, like with the introduction of Alpha Core, that's why we had the first appearance pack, because you can get ISOM 1 where they first appeared with the conflict with Yaira. And to me, it's awesome to finally see that. That's what made Alpha Core so special to us, because it's the first non-ISOM book, right? But they were introduced in that book. Same with Yaira, introduced in that book, and actually during the same kind of conflict there. So to see like it lead into other things has been a cool part about like the experience of really what's going down with the Riververse. But as a writer, like that's what it's about. Like I don't ever know which characters are going to like be a hit. Like it's hard to dictate. I can have an idea. I can absolutely have an idea. But we knew Yaira was a hit immediately just because this poster right here back behind me outsold ISOM's poster even during his campaign, right? So it was like, okay, well, there's some intrigue and there's some interest there. Obviously, we got the work. We got Jen and Sylvia on it. They're gonna do. They've done a great job. Story's already done. We're actually in the process of editing it so we can get it printed. But it's to see that coming to fruition like that. That's awesome. But then you have what ISOM shout out, and then you have with ISOM 2, right? And you have like the introduction of Bloodruth. But we didn't do, for example, any merchandise surrounding Gooding, but he was a fan favorite, right? He was a fan favorite in what happened with ISOM, and then what happened with ISOM 2. So we got, Great Mike Barron's going to be writing that story. So it's cool. That's the cool part about this whole thing and the universe. We're ground level, and to see the enthusiasm. I want to piggyback on that point. It is that Az just made, to see enthusiasm around comics is what's awesome. This is what's awesome about this whole experience. We get into it as well, despite us, being the creatives of it all. To see people just genuinely stoked for any given property is what this game's missing, man. So the fact that we can kind of provide that for people is awesome. And again, we appreciate the support, because we make our ideas come to life. It's because of you guys going and buying product. That's how you get animation, like what we just produced at Riververse Studios, which we sunk a lot. We sunk a lot into. So I'm highly appreciative of everybody. I can't say that enough, man. The fans, the customers, all you guys are awesome.
Don't worry, this isn't the one that from the gym yesterday. I actually have 4 of these.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
like anybody's gonna notice. Okay.
This one's got. Wait, what?
Dude, I've done this show dripping wet just coming in from the gym. Nobody cares.
Oh my god. He's been dripping wet, Chad.
Dripping wet.
Weeping tip.
Smell me.
Weeping tip. Is that what you're saying? Weeping tip fun tissues.
Okay. I thought you said weeping tit. I'm not into weeping tits. Not since I was a baby.
Milky, I guess.
Welcome.
Let's have a look. See, let's have a look.
Yeah. So wait, Eric, you hit 500,000 in how much time?
It's like 6 hours, was it?
It's 5 hours.
5 hours. 5 hours.
5
yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
it was actually
crazy.
4 hours 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Not
when
that I
does-
was counting, but
When does this campaign end?
It doesn't hit to January the 20th.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I get on there yesterday. I boomered and you benefited. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit cart like a couple times, right? And
you boomed. What a fucking surprise!
I know, what a surprise, right? So I what was the pack I bought? Scroll down. It's the one with all 3, right? But I bought 6. I went to buy 3,
What?
and I bought 6 packs. I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh well, gonna give more away. Because I buy extras always to give away at
that
meetups. At
That
meetups.
one,
That's
maybe?
awesome.
No. No. It was no. I didn't spend. No, go up. It was like it was the one with all the covers.
That's all the covers there.
Yeah, that was that one. It was that one. I bought 6 versions of that one.
Sure.
My wife is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Whoops, sorry." So yeah, but people will benefit at the meetups. I've got some extras. I've got some
Appreciate you,
gift
man.
tag. Oh, appreciate you. But dude, Yeah, I think you're doing okay on this one.
Just
I think you're doing okay.
He's going to do all right. Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and
a
Hale,
little bit.
Chuck Dixon, and Joe Bennett.
oh, hell yeah.
That's a proper comic book team right there.
Yeah.
That's
They know
gonna be
what
good
the
stuff.
fuck they're doing. I mean, there's no way around that. They understand how to really portray characters. And Chuck's, man, he's so masterful in it, and not just in his storytelling, but what even though we're at the ground level, he wants to go into writing a story like, I understand these characters. So, and to be fair, the other writer like Jenna Sylvia are like that as well. Chuck, I mean, he comes in, he's like, hey, we have a meeting, we talk about who these characters are, what it is that they, their traits, set of attributes. And, unlike maybe some other modern writers, right? He's not trying to write himself into these characters. What he's doing is trying to write a fresh story with them, so that the characters act like who it is they're intended to be. And he does a phenomenal job of that, and really loved how Joe Bennett just his killer. You scroll down a little bit, as you can see some of his
Yeah.
some of the work there, man. It's just nuts. He's so fucking good, man. Joe Bennett. So just capturing who these characters are, the attitudes. He does a great job as an artist, and I just can't wait for people to be able to see the entire book, lettered and all. It's just so good. It is so good.
So for the audience who may not know, some may or may not know, but can you tell them who and what are Alpha Core?
Absolutely. So Alpha Core is a trio of you can look at them like superhero cops. They're not just vigilantes. Not vigilantes at all. In fact, they're a wing of the Flores Park police force. And you have the trio of Brian, Braxwell, and Ingrid Valdez. They all have obviously different powers and what have you, and they're called Excepts. That's what we call, let's say, superpower beings in our universe. And so they are an Except team that is, tasked with dealing with other Except related issues that happen surrounding the city. So what you're going to be learning in this story is not just more so who the Alpha Core are outside of their first appearance there, but more the dynamic, let's say, between them as the three individuals. They all have their of course, set of different personalities. And you also are going to learn like more context of the city of Flores Park and how these Excepts sort of impacted, and the role, of course, that Alpha Core plays into it. So people that are into, Chuck knows how to write action scenes. It has all of that, but you get some police. He calls it perfectly a police procedural. Very much. That's what this is. So you're gonna get some even some investigative stuff that happens in there, and it's just so good. So you'll learn more about the characters, learn more about the world, learn more about the universe, and again how Alpha Core's role plays into it, and a dynamic between them and just the local law enforcement. You kind of saw them in action with the actual trailer before we started the show, but you're going to get a lot more context going into the book. So cool trio. It was cool to create them. It was fun to create them, but I mean, Chuck, hats off to that man. He knows exactly what it is that he's doing. It was even fresh for me, even despite me creating the characters, to even read his story. I'm looking at it from the perspective like there's no way I would have fucking come up with that. And it's genius. It's fucking genius, right? Because it's Chuck Dixon, right? He knows he knows what he's doing. So perfect guy to get on it for you guys that don't know. I would hope there aren't people in the chat that don't know who Chuck Dixon is, but he is, of course, wrote Detective Comics. You know him for the creator of Bane, but we see him as more than that. Wrote a lot of the definitive versions, I guess you can say, argue of these characters, be it with Robin and what have you. He's just
Nightwing, Catwoman, Azrael, Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey did it all. He did it all. You couldn't get away from him in the 90s. And you see some. So this type of work is right up his alley. And he just does a great job with the story. So, go check it out. It's 28 for the base cover if you want it. It's 96 pages, almost 100 pages of story. We've got our rates down as far as the pricing. That's the beautiful thing about the negotiation. But yeah, just Chuck deserves every bit of it. He's gonna get a fucking fat ass bonus outside of it, and he deserves every bit of it, man. And it's unfortunate that that he was a free agent in the first place, but it was to our gain.
That's
man.
insane. Well, he's better off being a free agent. Let's not forget, he also wrote the only comic book adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien, The Hobbit. It's a beautiful adaptation. The art is amazing. You can go out and find it on the eBays. There's a graphic
And he's currently,
novel.
this just came out as well. His
yeah.
Conan Caravan of the Damned book just came out as well. So he's loving it. I mean, why would you tie yourself down? As you know, as Chuck said himself, why would I take the pay cut? On basically on 680,000, you did yourself a slight disservice at the beginning. You know, you said we're over 5,000 people, 5,841. But that's the individual number of people.
Yeah,
In terms of books, you're over 11,000 books sold.
that's crazy.
Which is absolutely
And to
unbelievable
put
so
that
far.
into perspective, that is, we sold around this time 12,000 with ISOM too, so it's pacing the same. That kind of did, and man, it's just
This is a runaway bestseller already based on any mainstream comic book. It would be the top of any charts. It will be on bestseller racks in the few remaining comic book stores. And we'll get to that story later. There's not going to be many comic book stores in the next calendar year, which is very sad.
We're not talking about a reissue of a Batman one. We're not talking about a reissue of an X-Men one, a Spider-Man one. We're talking about a brand new bunch of characters, a brand new IP, bunch of characters from an independent creator, not even supported by the mainstream, that can put out a bunch of stick a chicken or a make a lame and gay books and take the hits because Warner and Disney are paying for their failures.
Speaking of that, Sean Gordon Murphy has got not to compare. I think Sean Gordon Murphy, great artist. He works on some great books. He's got a book out, Zorro. Apparently it's not about Zorro. Apparently it's about like Zorro's sister or something. Not really sure. How's that doing? We checked it last night.
We checked it last night.
Yeah.
It's done about less than now, but at the time we checked it was on about half of what you did in one day.
300,000 on Kickstarter. You know, Batman White Knight. You know,
again, I'm not.
Punk
I
Rock
don't want to. I'm
Jesus.
not trying to throw any shade on Sean Gordon Murphy.
Dude, I fucking love his art. I absolutely adore his art. I
love his Batman White Knight. But this is the guy who's apparently the biggest thing in the mainstream comic book industry right now.
Yeah.
And one day you over doubled. And I think Zorro's going through massive publishing. But that's a big enough company as it is.
I would read a Sean Gordon Murphy Zorro book about Zorro. I would. I absolutely would. I'm not too sure about Zorro's sister though. I'm gonna say no. It's a hard pass. But I would love to see it about Zorro. Now there's some conflicting.
Is his sister called Zora?
Zora? I don't know.
Masculine?
No, it's Zorix. It's Zorix. I don't fucking know. Oh, well.
It's nothing for Eric to worry about.
But we need to talk, like, what is a problem, right, is we need independent creators. We love what Eric's doing, but you're seeing the problem of not having at least one of the mainstream companies doing well, right? Because it takes the whole industry down. That's why so many customers who loved this stuff for so long tried to get Marvel to change using hyperbole, getting pissed off. That's what fans do. That's what they did every day in the comic store. It's no different than what they did online. And Marvel and DC chose not to ignore them, make them the enemy, and then start changing things to own the chuds, own the Republicans. And like, we're going to lose more money than you can possibly imagine. Take that. And it brings the whole thing down. Comic book stores die. And listen, Mark Millar tweeted this, and I completely agree. Comic books belong in the niche. That's where they belong. They were never really supposed to be mainstream. I'll find the audio. My very first podcast was in 2009 when Disney bought Marvel, and everybody at my store and I did a podcast, and we basically said, hey, we're going to get some good movies and the comics will suffer. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And now, I mean, comic books are unrecognizable for Marvel and DC, and that's terrible for the whole industry. And that's why manga has come in, because there is a market.
Yes.
We were at Comic-Con, Eric, the Hollywood-less Comic-Con this year, and it was fucking packed. And Artist Alley was more packed than it had been in a decade. Artist sales were up. Comic sales were up because people still give a shit, but they're buying old stuff. They're buying old stuff and they're buying independent stuff. The few people still holding the flag for comic books, that we love comic books and we want to produce them, are you, Mark Millar, and that's it. You know, there's a lot of great independent guys out there who are making consistent work. You know, Chuck and Graham and Kelly. Kelly's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
He's on the show next week with
sh-
Matt Wagner as well.
Shout out.
They should all still be working at the big two. They should be making their going rate.
Good point.
And if they were there, the companies would be making money. But they decided to prioritize the message and work girlfriends over absolutely everything. And here we are.
Those milkshakes aren't going to drink themselves, Gary.
They are not. But those
No,
milkshakes
sir.
still cost money.
I was going to say they can't afford the milkshakes anymore, but
Well, now you bring up a good point, because I know we were obviously there at San Diego Comic-Con. I remember talking to Billy Tucci about that as well, like how that was like their most successful year that they were there, right? As far as financial, because it's a different game, man. And to your point, it was never really supposed to be mainstream. It's just one of those things that a lot of these folks started to gravitate towards, and they treated it as an avenue to advance their careers, right? They really weren't they were not interested in this, right? It was more of a kind of use and abuse, throw away kind of situation, which is why a lot of those guys are going to move on, because their hands are being forced. But there absolutely is a demand for this, and I prefer it this way. You know, you've heard me say this a million times. You know, even if I didn't have a spot on the other side of whatever this is going to be, right? Because obviously the industry as we know it is going through a fundamental change. It is going to look a lot different. Even if I didn't have a spot, I'd prefer it. Definitely if the creators and the fans, customers are going to benefit from it, right? Because it's not just simply about myself. It's about this old, broken, archaic kind of model just finally easing its fucking way out. And, you know, I think that's where a lot of the turmoil comes from, right? Because to your point, Gary, we've been screaming like, what the fuck? This is a problem. We love this stuff. And I think we talked about it on the show last week. You know, you'd be hard pressed. Definitely between us three, the amount of money that we have spent on Marvel and DC.
we got Yellow Flash in the chat as well. So, bring him in.
It's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to come out and say it.
Yes, it is. That's a perfect way to put it. Irresponsible. We've spent
an irresponsible amount of money on comics. Yes.
On these fucking on the products coming from these fucking companies. But we were the types that they said, go fuck yourself, right?
Mhm.
And they didn't want our work, or excuse me, our money anymore. And yeah, that's where the market kind of correction is coming from, because even like with these mega corporations that they've been subsidized by, you know, they're starting to struggle. They're going to start looking at their bottom line, and they're like, is it even worth it? Shout out Dixon and my man's Graham Nolan. But they're finding out that, is this even profitable? Not even profitable. Like, are we like bleeding money by keeping these guys around? Like, even for the publishing, in the publishing sense, right? It's just a different. It's turning into a different game, and I advise that creatives like pay attention to that shit and take advantage of it. Don't do the hating shit. There's a whole lot of fucking that going on. Don't be the fucking guy that's like, well, that should be me, right? I should be more successful than those guys. That's funny as fuck. But more so look at it like, dude, this is an opportunity. Find your place and target the fuck out of the market. And the customers, if you give them something it is that they want, they will support it. And that's what it is about me. It's about giving these guys a fucking sandbox to have a blast in. And like I said about yesterday and going into the day and really for the next 75 days, seeing people enthusiastic, seeing people stoked about comics. That's what this shit is about, man.
Yeah.
Somebody asked Eric, what's the age? What's the age group for Alpha Core?
Oh, Alpha Core is easy like that. I would say that's a teens and up situation, kind of like with Alpha Core. Excuse me, with ISOM 1 and ISOM 2. There's no like crazy gore or anything like that. Now the Yara book, it's a different animal. Shit goes down in that book, and people are gonna love that. But with this, it's the similar tone of ISOM 1 and ISOM 2.
You don't need the gore.
There.
There's the implied scene, right? The flashback scene,
Yes,
without any
yes.
spoilers,
Yeah.
which I think is the best character scene for Avery / Isom. That like I freaking love that. But that what's implied
The shadow.
there makes makes it even worse. Makes it even worse.
Yeah. So you do see that. You do see that in ISOM 2. You learn actually why Avery ended up quitting to the scene that Gary is pointing to.
Was that your favorite part of ISOM 2, Gary?
We asked Gary. Was that your favorite part? Yeah.
It actually was.
It's actually what.
Yes, I like character moments, and that was a great character moment. So there you go.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I mean, it was. We deal with super. Oh, sorry. Without trying to appear as if I've read the book.
Obviously didn't.
Yeah, obviously haven't. Okay, promise. But yeah, we deal with heroes doing heroic shit all the time.
Hey,
what
real
happens
quick,
if
there's independent books that I've read? I have read them, and you could ask me what my favorite part is, but I can't remember because I read them 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I never got the second one, so it's kind of tough.
Don't ask me what happened in Hawk Girl 1 that I reviewed a few weeks ago. All I know is it was just fucking stick a chick in it and make it trans, lame, and gay. That's all I can remember from that.
Oh, and we're going to get to that. Mahler can come back at that point. We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Marvels.
He's playing RoboCop. We deal with heroes without giving spoilers away for Isom 2, but obviously we find out why Isom quit being Isom. Or Avery quit being Isom would probably be a better way to phrase that. We deal with them saving things all the time. What happens if the thing you want to fight don't want to fight you? What happens if it wants to do something completely different? And then that sort of puts a different spin on things. So if you haven't, maybe check them out. Before we push on, I just got to address a couple of things if I can, because chat's just gone cray, and I can't thank you enough.
Jason said my favorite part of Alpha Core was Tweaker Gary.
It's my favorite part for sure.
Gary's just like, hey, I see myself in that character.
Wow, I can really identify.
Representation does matter after all.
Smacked by a cop after running out of a hotel room, tweaking out of my mind with my shirt on. That's never happened.
Now we can just get that in a plushie. That's what I want. Tweak a Gary.
I was wrong all the
We
time.
should do that.
All
Oh my
along.
God. That
We have like a
not be
little
pretty.
cop as to go with it.
That would be.
I want to
terrible.
be Ingrid.
Okay.
Bashi Washi has gifted. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've got to count them up. 20. Hold on. Is YouTube being late and no, here we go. I think it's 20. It's bugging up. I think Bashiwashi's gifted basically 50 memberships, 50 or 60 fucking memberships to the stream in total. 50 in total. Thank you, Bashiwashi. YouTube's fooked up a little bit, dude. It's only showing one of your 20s, but I saw 2 5s and I saw another 20. So he's gifted 50 memberships. Luxor has gifted 5 memberships, and Jay Cha, whose 41st birthday it is today. So Jay, have a great day. He's spending it at work listening to us, guys. Have a great day. Also gifted 5 memberships to the stream. So thank you so much indeed for that. And then let's grab this one, because this is insane as well. Allison Charles with a $300 donation. $300.
Ain't cheap.
Says, hi all, as you made a cameo for my brother's birthday and gave him some tips for a YouTube channel. I think, Alison, from what I can remember, you're talking about the food guy. It was great. Thanks, and thanks you guys for just being you. I have no claims to nerdom except for my unholy love of Lord of the Rings. and the fact that I know Kevin Conroy is the best Batman, I ain't arguing with you on that.
I'm not going to argue.
But this normie loves listening to you guys, and there's nothing, Allison, wrong with that either. Thank you so much indeed.
Can I address one thing? There is no
sure.
gatekeeping in nerddom as long as you come in like respecting it. Like, hey, I'm new. I want to learn.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
you will have nerds crowded around you with
100%.
anime, comic recommendations. It's nuts. They love to share what they love. But when you come in, not saying you are, but this is an example. When somebody comes in, like, this has always been problematic and we need to change it, get the fuck out. That's where we tell you to get the fuck out.
Bashiwashi gifting another 10 memberships to the stream. And we've got to do this because we haven't done this for a couple of weeks. So it's beautiful to see. No Zaku Boy with a $50 says, who sees into the hearts of men and the undergarments of women? Beeping Tom. It's become a season of unthankful taking when a dirty bird aims to eat the rich, targeting the highest on the hog. Can Tom halt the deceptive waddle of the gout gobbler? Oh my God.
I'm being sent these, by the way, and I have a file at home. I don't know if you're being sent them too, but I am being sent these, and I have a file at home just in case they're ever needed someday. They're fucking fantastic. Those are so well done.
I need that. Hey, but just going when you spoke, about gatekeeping and welcoming. We'll take one of our own as an example. X-Ray Girl.
Yep.
Producer on this show when it's on Gary's channel. Producer on FNT. Much loved with you guys and gals, and rightfully so. Great girl, great laugh. She games with us as well. She didn't know really anything about this stuff at all. She's new to it all, and all she's had is just nothing but people going, oh, you need to watch this or do this, or because they want to share what they love. That's what we love to do. Well, I remember when I was in the comic shop, for the first time, when I went to my first big comic shop, and even when I went to the first one, which was a market stall in Leeds, in the Marion Center, when you ask the question, can I help you? Can I help you? And he's just like, well, I'm kind of new to this. You get swamped. You just get, all the people, and they want to tell you what they love, and they want to see what you're interested in. What were you? Well, I'm interested in Batman, and I get Batman and Detective Comics and stuff, and I'm sort of looking at, maybe something similar-ish, but a little bit different. Well, what about Green Arrow? He's kind of coming at it from a different perspective, but he got some mature writing with Mike Grell. Yeah, that's what fandom's always been about. Fandom's never cared what, if you're a boy or a girl. It's never cared what color your skin is, what your sexuality is, your religion, your ethnicity. It's never cared, because fandom's always been about our commonalities and what bring us together, what unite us.
Exactly. See, timeless good stories are timeless good stories. They never need to change for men or women or skin color or anything. That's the big lie that Hollywood and this critical theory bullshit has been fucking telling you the whole time. J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings is for everyone. Everyone can enjoy it. Everyone can find some in it. And I guess the vast majority of them aren't devout Catholics. It's amazing how that worked before. There is no code on the book. There is no DNA test. You can like good stuff. Good stuff will will out. It will will out all the fucking time. Good storytelling is for human beings. And all this divisive stuff can get out the fucking door. They're like the X-Men. People act like the fucking X-Men only attracted gay customers. No, it attracted nerds. It attracted nerds.
Yeah.
Yes, a high percentage of my gay customers from San Francisco bought the X-Men. A higher percentage of my straight customers bought the X-Men. Everybody bought the X-Men because they could see there's something relatable within the X-Men, and there's a really good message behind it too. We don't want to fight discrimination with discrimination, which is exactly what everything is going against in the comic book industry now. They're now trying to fight discrimination with more discrimination. And it's been disgusting to see. It's been disgusting to see the creatives behind it It's been disgusting to see the shops who supported it, and now they're crying. Now they're fucking crying because they're broke, right,
Oh,
Eric?
well.
They're crying because they're broke,
Right,
but
they
guess
are.
who's not broke? Eric ain't
This
fucking
guy.
broke.
No.
That foil, man. Look at that embossed.
What's it like having a third failure in a row?
I know 3 in a row, man. I gotta figure this
Three
shit out,
L's.
man. What's
Yeah. When are you gonna
maybe-
fucking actually do
maybe,
something with it?
maybe it's not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe it's not for me.
These campaigns weren't made for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that comic wasn't made. You know, it's weird. You're right. The comic wasn't made for me or any other human being on Earth. Crazy. And that's why they're not buying it.
True. True.
You know what?
Right up my nose.
Like this will make Shad happy. AI is coming for comics, and it's coming soon. And it's coming soon, whether people like it or not. And you know, the comic book, there'll be companies out there who we're AI free, and you should be. But for independent comics and for guys self-publishing, gals self-publishing, that shit is coming, and it's already here. And it will be a massive part of what's left of the industry, or maybe it revitalizes. I don't know, because it's used as an art tool within 5 years. And I think I'm being a little. I think it could happen in a shorter amount of time.
No, I look, when you see the sort of level of some of the shit going out there, you can at least understand why that's going to come in. Matthew Fachin, 100 Canadian, thank you. Kind of saying, you know, these are going to be, Matthew, these are, I think, very, very similar stories in fandom. This is exactly how I got introduced into comic books. Walked into a comic book store, started talking to the owner, and he asked me what I'm into at the time, and I was really into Spider-Man, so he handed me an issue of issue 1 of Ultimate Spider-Man, and the rest is history. I think that's how a lot of it happens, dude. Clack, 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 keys, click, keys, clack.
Yes, that was a day in my store. You know, I haven't read Spider-Man in a while. I mean, Ultimate Spider-Man in the beginning was really good. It's good stuff. It was really good stuff. The Ultimates was good in the beginning as a separate universe, kind of something fun. I had no problem with it whatsoever. There was The Promise by Tom Brevoort, or whatever his fucking name was. And was it Bill Jemison? Bill Jemis? Can't remember his fucking name now. Damn. It's almost been 10 years at the shop. But the guy who was the publisher for Marvel had promised that the Ultimate Universe will never, ever cross into the 616.
And then
Then they did it.
Just to step away for a second, chat, just to let you know that today, officially, the Real BBC plushies went into production.
Oh.
You'll have an email, Gary. You need to confirm that email, please. Confirm the campaign for them to proceed. Everyone's received their email now. So once you've said, okay, let's go, I have all of the details. I have already submitted all of the details for the plushies. So they will be going into production. They'll be, which means, just so you're fully aware of what that means, it means that they'll be putting together the design of the plushie to start with. Then we'll receive, once that's done, they'll email it to us for our feedback and the go ahead. Once it's got the go ahead, then it will go to a prototype. It will show us the prototype. Again, we'll give feedback, any amendments we, potentially want doing, etc. And if that's all okay, they will physically send us the prototype so that we can physically see it, physically agree to it. Then the campaign would open when that's done. So it's usually about a 3 or so month process from where we are right now to campaign. If everybody gets their asses in gear.
I'm doing it right now. It was, I don't know.
Already done.
Already done. I think X-Ray Girl's already done. I'm already done. But are we going to announce what they are?
Sure.
I think we did already, didn't we? Or did we?
I think we might have done. I don't know if we just did. There's going to be 4 plushies. It's going to be myself, Gary, Mauler, and X-Ray Girl. The plushies, we'll give you some advance notice. This is what they're going to be. Mauler is going to be embracing his true Cthulhu god side. And we will be seeing the monster within of Morley. We will be having a Cthulhu god plushie for Mauler. Gary is, as unfortunately we couldn't do the horse But he's going to be, Gary is going to be Gary of Rivia. Sitter backwards on horses. Twin swords. The guy can't even hold one.
Nope. It
Never
should come
mind
with a
anything
door.
else.
If you had a door,
Just a door. Just
a
that'll be
door.
actually that is your. We could add that. You know, we might
could.
actually be able to do that.
I'm not seeing it. But
Check your spam. But they
I've
did all
already
go out
done-
today.
I've already done.
And then myself and X-Ray Girl are gonna be similar because the Peeping Tom plushie is getting made, and X-Ray Girl will be the X-Ray Girl sidekick plush. So you asked for the Peeping Tom, you got the Peeping Tom. You wanted the X-Ray Girl, you got the X-Ray Girl. So those will be the plushies once we're done. So yeah, I expect campaign to be up, let's say March time of next year.
Well.
Bye. Right. As ever, before we move on, we'll talk some nerd now, folks. But just to reiterate, if you don't know, pinned link at the top there is going to take you direct to the Alpha Core campaign. I would ask I don't ask a lot of you, chat. You know, I never ask you anything. I don't say, can you do this? Can you do that? But I would ask this. If you are thinking of dropping a super and you haven't backed Alpha Core, I just, as a personal favor to little old me, I would ask that maybe you put that super towards getting yourself an Alpha Core and doing yourself a favor. I'm just saying that's all I can ask for. So as a personal favor to me, please, you know, we do okay, and this campaign is looking. I mean, the first thing I said to Eric, I think when we had I think we were talking behind the scenes at maybe the real BBC, maybe FNT, can't remember. But I remember talking to Eric when ISOM 1 came out, and I said to ISOM, self-insert. I said to Eric, I said, I really like the look of this Alpha Core. I really like the idea of this Alpha Core.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've always been interested. Believe it or not, that was my favorite part of ISOM. Was the whole Alpha Core, Yaira, well, it'd be Avery. I'm not going to say ISOM because it was Avery. You know, he wasn't ISOM'd up. Confrontation. That was my favorite bit. And that was the bit that made me interested in Yaira. And that was the bit that made me interested in Alpha Core. And because they're a team group as well, I like the look. I like the look of it. I like the dynamic of it. And so I said at the time, that's what I'm interested in. That's what's kind of piquing my interest right now. And here we are. The campaign's here, and it's been written by one of my favorite writers of all time. So I am in fucking heaven. So when I say a personal favor, I mean a personal favor because Chuck Dixon, I love to pieces. He's created my favorite comics of all time. End of. You know, Detective Comics, Robin, Nightwing, Azrael, Catwoman, Birds of Prey. These comics he made me buy these comics because he's just so damn fucking good. So to have him do the thing, which I'm interested in, just as a fan, it just ignites all those sort of juices. And ultimately, we are fans at the end of the day. You know, these channels weren't created because we saw a hole in the marketplace. You know, we saw an opportunity in the marketplace. No, these are
obviously
these are things that we love, man. These are things that we love, and it was actually how the mainstream has been treating our beloved fandoms that's caused the reaction to this. Hey, Dan Frager in the chat as well. Shout out. Love me some Dan Frager.
Shout out.
Love
Dan.
you, dude.
Boom.
Shout out.
Frager boom. Good to see you, man. So yeah, when I say a personal favor, I'm being legit because I'm so excited about this project. I've been so excited about this project. I said to Eric behind the scenes, I said, this is 7 figures. This is 7 figures. And after day one, now I think it's a matter of what part of 7 figures is it gonna land? So
that, man. No,
and as soon as this, this is ending, winter is fucking coming, motherfuckers. You know, Alpha Core ends.
I didn't even mention that we announced the we revealed the cover of that.
Oh.
So you guys,
You're gonna go get me that.
paint and white cover of Yaira #1, which was one of the benchmark goals. We were going to reveal that, and we did. But as pulling it up now, but big shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all seriously so much. Thank Ass so much for those kind words, everybody. We're almost at 700K here in a little bit. Looks like we're going to be crossing that. And I can't thank you guys enough for the continued support. And you guys are going to love the story. To piggyback off of what he said about Chuck, you know, with the Az and I growing up in the same era, it's kind of crazy even for me to think that this guy is writing a book for the Ripper Pro. But that's right there, the Yaira #1, which is the next book after Alpha Core. That is going to be the main cover done by Kanan White. He did it. He's the one that gave a short box for you guys that saw that. And here it is. Check it out. Man, it looks so good. Jen and Sylvia are the writers. We got Deborah Carita doing the color work, and Jay Brown's doing. Excuse me, Deborah's doing the pencil and ink, and Jay Brown's doing the color work. So it's a crazy good book. And there's the cover reveal right there, man. So big shout out.
The color work on that is on that cover is fantastic.
Oh, Brett is one of the best in the business, man. He's so good. He's covered a lot of the covers, even for us. Yeah, he did the main cover. Did he do Jax as well? He might have did Jax. I know he did Turnian's cover. He's done so many colors for us for the past 2 campaigns, man. So he's so good at what he does. So shout out Britt. I
mean, I before this started, I didn't know much about the Soska sisters.
Yeah.
So I bought my research to do some reading.
Place to start, right?
That's what you got to do. But I gotta say, I've had quite a few interactions with both of them, and all I can see from them is excitement and enthusiasm, and just I think they're just ready to show people what they've got here. And again, this sort of stuff is infectious because we are fans at the end of the day. Yeah. That's what's brought us all here, and it just feels so good to be excited not just for the Rippaverse, but excited for these now the branching out characters. You know, we've had a couple of Isoms, but now we're branching out. We're bringing in Alpha Core. We're going to bring in Yaira. People have already expressed an interest, Lilith, and then we got Blood Ruth as well. And Gary Tweaker.
Yeah, y'all will learn about Gary Tweaker, and it's not his name. Y'all learn about him in Alpha Core.
Strangely, his origin is he survived a meth lab explosion.
And he just sucked it all in. He just sucked all the fucking
powers, yeah.
Fell into a vat of toxic meth.
Yes.
That's where we are. Morley, God bless his heart. Morley, we'll bring you into the conversation now. Let's talk. Should we have a look at the
Marvels
final Marvels trailer?
Dude, that's such a Coach, bring me in. I'm ready.
I'm ready, Coach.
So this thing was so bad that I messaged Az in the middle of the night, and I'm like, dude, I can't believe they fucking put Valkyrie in it. They literally leaned into the meme. They put a chick in it and made her gay and lame.
Yes.
And then I talked to Mahler about it right afterwards. I was like, I can't believe they. And the way, if you haven't seen this, the way it's structured, it just reeks of desperation. And I love that they had to use men to promote the all-girl superhero movie. It's freaking great. You know what? You know how you fix this? This trailer is literally a fucking memeology. It's how it started, how it's going.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely, yeah. But before we watch it, Mauler, since you're not the big comic guy, so when we talk about this, you do go off and you play your video games, and we love you. I do have one question before we carry on.
It's not going to be a racist one, is it?
It's not a racist question. I detest racism in all its forms, as long as it's not against Asians. They're a free for all. But Mauler, what is your favorite part of Isom?
Oh God, it's gotta be when the Tweaker Gary. Can I just be honest? I just want to be honest. Tweaker Gary is the best cameo. I just feel like there was so much going on there. It's the development, honestly. It's the
Well,
development.
he's in so you show that you're a fake fan.
You didn't see him. I did. Okay, because I'm a true fan who can see through the pages.
Oh, okay. Because you're reading on a dimensional level.
Exactly. He was set up. You guys are like, oh, introduce it. It's like, no, this is developing.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, you got me.
Get with the program, bro.
Gotcha. I got you.
Excited.
Hey, Mahler, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Don't you know who I am?
Oh, why would you say that? It's so funny because all of chat, like, it's a deep cut meme. You'll never know, but you could know. It's all.
Carry on. Let's go to the Marvel's trailer now.
Let's go to Marvel's trailer. I cannot believe this is out in fucking 4 days, 3 days.
Dude, no.
Oh my
God. No. Today is Tuesday. It's out day after tomorrow.
Sorry, I just like
it's out Friday for us.
It's out Thursday for us. We finally
Wednesday for Australia.
You guys usually see it before we do. They give us the fucking Marvels before you. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna have such a hard time finding tickets.
Yeah, actually, before we even start, I gotta bring this comment up. I gotta bring this. Where did it go?
By the way, this is the Marvels trailer. You're seeing Tony Stark. It's
no.
trailer.
Where's the comment? Where's the comment? Oh no, chat's moving too quick for me. Damn it! Oh well, can we grab another one?
What did it say?
It said, "Hey, Robert Downey Jr. is in the movie. Cool." There you go. No, there it is. Got it. Iron Man's in this movie. Sweet.
Is it all like priceless? Like you haven't even hit play. It's on 000.
I know,
It's like Iron Man. You're like, wait, what? I'm confused.
And by the way, they just passed a law, and I'm not shitting you, that trailers cannot be false advertising, and this is fucking false advertising. This is complete false advertising. I believe the law was in California. I can't remember where, but they passed a law.
Laws don't matter there.
Based on trailers they were sued because they put in a character that they cut out. It was like Anna de Armas or something like that. And by the way, cutting her out of a movie should be a crime.
Yeah.
You know, it should be a crime. But I can't remember exactly. But this thing is literally false advertising. Let's take a look.
By the way, do you know that the Nick Fury line is the line that he says to the Avengers in the Avengers?
Yeah, it's the same audio clip.
Yeah.
What?
We'll get to it.
Wait, Black Girl Magic? Did he say that to the Avengers?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember them. Black Girl Magic.
What it was like? What are you prepared to do about it, or what are you prepared to do? What? We'll get to it.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion, but the world can still use them.
Ready.
Whatever it takes.
Right. We know exactly what they tried to do there. They tried to put two beloved heroes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then they put Captain Marvel there and tried to bundle her into heroes. People need them. No, not her.
Chris Evans looking a little old there.
It's just the saturation. That's all.
And bad lighting.
He's only about 34 there, 35.
I already have a better choice for recast. For one, fuck him, dude. Just recast Captain Marvel. Captain America. And recast Captain Marvel, too. Captain America, take away nerd points.
He's a great Captain America.
He was.
He's a great Captain America.
He was. But it's time to recast everybody and move on after you let the series sit for like 10 years. That's the only way you can. That's the only way you can move forward.
2050, I'm looking forward to the reboot. I'll be dead, but it's okay.
Whatever it takes.
And again, he got the two biggest characters, and then you just stick a fucking picture of her.
Oh, whatever it takes. The one who fucked off to space, and the one you shot more footage for Endgame and decided to cut out because she was so fucking unpopular, even after her $1 billion movie.
That's racism.
I think it's sexism, as. I think that's actually
No,
sexism.
it's racism. You got a thing against strong black women, and that's what she is, or at least identifies as.
Who? Brie Larson?
Ms. Marvel, yeah,
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Identity is
That's the other
important,
one.
Gary.
Say okay.
It's important.
All right.
I
I think that makes as much sense as Dylan Mulvaney being a chick. So why not?
It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Dylan Mulvaney is going to
It
be the
is.
new Captain Marvel.
I'd watch that movie.
You know something? I would.
That would be the funniest shit I'd ever seen.
Sorry, I'm cleaning my screen. I can't be bothered to press play because
Hit.
it's the Marvels trailer, and I'd much rather.
Well, we're 15 seconds in, and we
Yeah.
have it. We've seen like a second of the Marvels. Let's continue.
Well, no, we've actually seen 0 seconds of the
No,
Marvels
we saw.
Yeah.
because
we saw-
those two clips were from the first Captain Marvel film, not even the Marvels.
We saw a still of something.
Let's go.
We destroyed Thanos.
Oh, well, it's continuing as well, Gary.
What?
Remember Endgame?
What's
You like
this
that?
wee shit?
Remember what the lamest
They
fucking
took-
scene
yeah, they
in
took the-
Endgame?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. They took like the scene that where people were like, what the fuck with? And that's what they plug. That's interesting take there.
Wasn't
Again,
this, a
is the
Victoria
second-
Alonso
no,
idea?
this is the second trailer. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe. I think it's Kevin Feige idea. But this is the second trailer in a row they've put this scene in the beginning of their trailer to sell the movie.
That's interesting.
It is.
Dude, they put out a trailer to sell the movie. Never mind it.
But it's not over.
My work is inevitable.
Why is that
There will
in here?
always
What's that
24
doing
seconds
here?
in. 24 seconds in.
What's
24
going on?
seconds. Well, no, Mahler, because the villain, woman, the accuser, from the Marvels, is she's finishing Thanos' work according to the trailer. Mahler.
So is she going to be claiming that in the movie?
No,
I'm pressing X down.
but they're trying to make you think that she is literally finishing Thanos' work. Now, their plausible deniability is she is evil and she's trying to be evil. So that's finishing Thanos' work will be wiping out half the universe. And that let's see what they insinuate here.
always be more to finish it.
Right.
Can someone explain? Again, I'm sorry, I'm not all the way in the know. Who is she supposed to be?
Tom Hiddleston's missus.
Darben.
Darben.
Okay. Nobody knows who fucking Darben is. Darben is a character from don't we have a back-to-back? I mean, I'm gonna say this is like a perfect image of Darben from the comics. I might still have the picture.
Yeah,
It might
bring the
help.
picture up. But look, just from an aesthetic standpoint, you look about as intimidating as a fucking gender studies teacher.
And that's pretty fucking intimidating, to be fair.
Well, it depends what they're doing, I guess. If they're teaching, yeah, it's horrific. I get,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty terrifying.
if they're out buying, I was going to say toiletries, but let's be honest, nobody fucking washes. Then probably not. Derp Ben, more like.
Derp
Just
Ben.
the chat.
Am I
It's
right?
not. That's not an intimidating looking character. It's not. It just doesn't look. You don't look intimidating. And you stuck a grill on her. Fuck's sake! What unbelievable.
Yeah, that
This is just-
doesn't look like intimidating at all.
No.
It just looks awkward,
The
doesn't it?
character in-
Especially
I'm
that
not- I'm
outfit
not
where you're
against-
wearing something that's too big for you.
All right, share this. Okay, so that's a great image. They actually did a great job casting. Looks exactly like the comic book character.
Is that? Oh shit! I thought it was just going to go straight. God damn it, Leroy! I thought it was going to go straight to the other one, but okay. So that to that. So that she
Yep.
is him.
Yep. They changed the character just a little bit.
Just a little bit. They changed the character just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's you can kind of see the difference slightly in the color, but that's about it. And, you
In the
know,
color,
I meant
Mahler.
the clothes, guys.
Oh,
Gosh,
okay.
Now, what is going on with her fucking shoulder pads?
racist.
What's going on with why do they all have to
Why
give
are you
him,
gay?
why do they all have to give him blue eyes or purple eyes? Why do they all have to wear contact lenses? Why can't they just what's the point? What's the point?
Because they're like alien and stuff.
Are they coding them some way? Is there still a problem with it?
I just
Yes,
don't
there
get
is,
it, man. I don't understand this fucking I mean, I understand it, but I don't understand it. At the same time.
It's slavish adherence
us do.
to the message.
Slave,
This
really, Gary?
slavish adherence to the
Jeez.
message. Yes, I'll say it again. I don't care because that's what it is. This makes no sense. She's not intimidating. It's a knockoff of it's a gender swapped knockoff of Ronan the Accuser. That's why I call her Woman the Accuser, because she's got the hammer and she's gonna bang it on the wristband, and that's gonna open little buttholes in space, and that's gonna lead to Loki coming through and rewriting everybody's story, and 5,000 Kangs, who's obviously gonna be recast, and you got to watch 6 Disney Plus shows to know what's going on, and even comic book fans don't give a shit about this stuff anymore. They don't.
Well, yeah. So I actually was mentioning to Gary. I've been going through Miss Marvel ready for this film. I've seen 3 episodes of 6, and the only conclusion me and Fringy have come to is nobody watched Miss Marvel because people would have talked about that show if they did. It's fucking crazy and nonsense.
The people who watched it, the critics, absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it. It's the best Disney Plus Marvel series. Didn't you know that? Highest rated. I think it's.
You see, Drinker and I, we watched it together and we recorded the whole thing, but we had barely
You watched
anything
one
to talk
episode,
about.
didn't you? Or did you watch the whole thing?
No, one episode. We were done.
Hang on, I can get you its current critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. I put it in a video. I think it's still higher than like.
Isn't it like 98% or
98%? Higher than Daredevil season 2. Higher than Bridge on the River Kwai. You know. Higher than Lawrence of Arabia. You know,
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the family stuff is like fine, and most of the episode was kind of boring. And then every time they get into powers or dimensions or other, it just all falls apart completely. My favorite bit was when her first public hero moment was basically letting a kid fall and smash his spine on a couple of like blocks as he fell onto a car. I thought that was a really wild choice. I didn't realize. Did anyone ever talk about that? Miss Marvel, she had one job.
Anybody
it was
talk
really
about
easy.
Miss Marvel? No.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody talked about it.
There's
Nobody
this
watched
really hilarious moment that I'm pretty sure is in episode 1, so you would have seen it as when she's in the costume.
The only thing I can remember about episode 1 is she was at a fancy dress party.
Okay,
at
so
some
to
point,
set it up,
but-
yeah, she's in a competition. She's on the stage.
She's on the stage. Yes.
She uses her powers by accident, and it starts to create a bit of chaos. Like, knock some things over. People are screaming, running around. She's like, "Oh no!" And a Mjolnir, a big Mjolnir hammer that's part of a set, releases. The chains are like ripped on it, and it comes all the way down. Think about it this way: she's standing, facing forward, seeing the hammer come to her. Huge hammer. It's like a freight train, and there's a girl in front of her looking right at her, standing right next to her. And she says, "Look out!" And I'm like, "Oh, so she's gonna grab the girl, and they'll both move." That's obviously what a hero does. And she jumps away, and the girl just gets hit hard by the hammer.
I think Drinker and I did discuss that part.
I hope so. It was funny as fuck. She just abandons the civilian to get fucking splattered by Mjolnir. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh yeah, sorry, I do remember something else. She had her powers delivered in the mail.
In the mail.
See, I mean, you say that. I think that the letting someone die is funnier than that, but
Yes.
you know, fair. She didn't die, by the way. She was hit hardcore by this thing, and then she was just fine because that's how.
Well,
that
they
works.
did that in Loki too.
Yeah.
Loki season 2. So to make this character would make more sense if on each shoulder pad it would say like #times up, #me too. So if it said #times up, #me too right here, and Woman the Accuser over it, then that's a character that makes sense.
It's
And,
so
a
awkward.
trans flag at the front there,
Yeah.
front and center.
Trying to
That-
make
that'd
her
be-
look
that'd be like-
imposing, and you know,
took everything away from me, Captain Marvel.
everyone always takes everything away from
Yeah,
every
I
villain
know.
in these fucking movies. Just waiting for that villain who's like, I'm just bored.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
gonna
just don't
kill
like
everyone
you.
'cause I'm bored.
You know,
Yeah.
she looks like she should be in the remake of Clueless or the sequel. You know, where the ladies are older or something. Not
I
a
mean,
superhero movie.
so if I understand correctly, this is an absolute fucking failure of a casting from like all angles. Like, not just
yes.
because what I'm gonna bitch about it is not gonna be like, for example, you know, what the same thing like Mahler's gonna have his gripes about it as well, because he looks at it from like more of an like just straight objective like film perspective, and I'm looking at it from, well, it's hitting Dar-Benn. If that's why I asked who it was supposed to be, right? And that's the part that I just and I've grown even more stubborn with this whole thing. Definitely now that I've created, you know, with the Rippaverse, and I don't get it. I just don't. They did it with Eternals, right? It was the same thing. It was like none of these characters are who they're gonna be. Like that's the reason why Kevin Feige specifically said that was the reason why they used them, right? Because they felt that they were more obscure and they could just do whatever. And I just don't understand that perspective, because I'm like, wouldn't you want? Okay, let's say I'm complete normie and I go watch this movie and I see this fucking badass fucking character. It doesn't matter, villain, hero. Wouldn't the logic stand that, okay, that's gonna send people to go look at out of movie material, perhaps, right? Maybe they get intrigued by the character and they want to go to read a comic. Because I mean, hell, especially with growing up in the 90s, a lot of people came up to the comics by like looking at, that was prime time television for comic book based material. Batman the animated series, X-Men the animated series. A lot of that was people's introduction into comic book based characters. But we all look at like Batman the animated series as an example, as like the definitive fucking Batman, right? That's how fucking good that it was. So you go and then you go pick up a comic. That'd be a perfect era to go pick up a detective comic, ironically, considering that a man that also wrote Alpha Core was doing work during that window. And there's gonna at least be some like, okay, that's a believable version of that character. So I'm gonna look at this and say, who the fuck is this? And then I'm gonna see the picture that Neurotic just queued up, and I'm gonna be like, well, who the fuck is this guy?
That's the entire MCU right now.
Yeah,
exactly. To your point, that's what, just from a strictly creative and business perspective, I don't get it. I don't understand that move, because are we believing that this makes it better? Like, this change makes this a more digestible character.
It is safe to say that the mindset that created this is what, 3 years ago or something.
Yes.
So
at least, yeah.
Yeah, so there is something of that to consider, that they really thought this was even vaguely a good idea. It made more sense a long time ago.
During the COVID era, because the woke shit was going out right before the COVID era and the Summer of Love, and it got a respite. It got a little extra time because everything stopped culturally, as far as making films. Everything had to reset, so they just ran off of that, and it got more love with with Me Too being extended. So this is a clear reaction to Me Too. This movie was made, Mahler. It was not. We don't want to make a good Captain Marvel sequel. We want to make a movie with female representation, and we'll put Captain Marvel in it. We'll also shield her with 2 diverse co-stars, based on the criticism, by the way. And we're gonna double down. And then we'll write a story.
It's part of this era of Phase 4 and 5 of just spamming the launch of heroes, and what is it, like 90? I want to say 95% female heroes.
Yeah,
something really insane. It's like, okay.
Well, I did a count in a video over a year ago, and it's 2 to 1. As far as we're going to say female to male characters, be it side characters, villains, superheroes, it is 2 to 1.
Yeah, and they've diluted like the nature of superheroes. That's like another thing that they've done that's just running into the damage. Like, who the fuck cares when it's like, I think we've talked about this on Real BBC, but it's fucking incredible, because even me from like a gaming sort of standpoint and even movies, but you guys definitely from the comics, team ups with variations having their own names and combinations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the really cool things about team ups is when it's like, oh man, when you get a little bit of it in Avengers 2012, Cap deflects Iron Man's laser with his shield and wipes out a whole bunch of bots. Like, cool. You get that sort of stuff. And then when it's just like, Ghost Rider and Daredevil and Blade are you're just like, oh, it's all the badass ones. Like, they're all, cool. But it's like, this is their first team up that isn't Avengers. which in a sense feels like their first team up that's like other than headline. And it's like, what is it? It's like the Marvels, 3 people whose powers none of us really understand, all light based, so they just sort of create blocks and fire vague lasers. And you're just like, that's what you got. And it's like, okay, what are the characters? And it's like, nobody knows who these people are. We had a whole movie for Captain Marvel. We still don't really know who she is. 2 of them are from shows that nobody watched.
I mean, even with
isn't even a main character of one of those shows.
Civil War did a great job of displaying the power levels between Iron Man and the super soldiers, I should say. It did a great job of doing that. He can go back a little bit to stun, and then when he goes full power, he has enough power to literally rip the arm off.
Yeah.
The Winter Soldier. So and you know, he did get Captain America into a position where he was hurt. You know, this is a super soldier that's hurt. So they made you understand that the power level of Iron Man's suit was comparable with at least a super soldier, potentially having the ability to take 2 on, but obviously 2 became too much.
Well, and that's because their brains and brawn put together, right? The fact
exactly, but that is exactly the point. It was how you utilize the power, and how he did, you know, how he used the suit to map the super soldiers' patterns of fighting to combat it, and then how the super soldiers combined their brain power, not just brawn, their brain power to disable Iron Man.
And in the comics, Iron Man could wipe the floor with Captain America.
Now we just got
they evened it out in the MCU.
And that's why I love that Civil War fight so hard, is that they worked really hard to nerf Iron Man, and I say that in a complimentary way, right? Like, Iron Man keeps making mistakes because he's basically got tunnel vision. He's trying his best to just execute Winter Soldier, and he keeps making mistakes, and he loses his like right booster, his left pulsar thing, like, and you know, and he gets the Cap wraps around the grapple on his neck and yanks him down, which even in a full Iron Man suit, that's going to have an effect on your neck. It's stuff to just, and they fuck up his targeting system by stabbing something into the back of him, which is exactly, I think, what he did to Obadiah in the first Iron Man. It's stuff like that where I'm just like, yes, thank you. You know, we're critical, and you get images in his suit. In his POV, you get the Iron Man suit in the bottom right, and it's got like red patches all over the pieces that have been
where they
damaged.
failed. Yeah.
That's why Iron Man was so great for translating to the audience the state of your hero, like the health bar, the nature, the power levels and stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, now we have all of these vague characters with vague power levels that they do the thing where they're like, I'm winning. Oh no, I'm losing. I'm winning again.
What the fuck is Scarlet Witch?
I'm losing. No
what
idea.
The fuck is Scarlet Witch? No clue.
Idea.
No clue.
Remember, Captain Marvel got 2-second wins when it's just like in a movie, and it's just like, why though? You were always winning. You were winning, and then you had a second win of winning.
Well, when we get further in this trailer, like, she's like, I'm invincible.
Yep.
So,
okay. What's the problem?
White privilege.
Okay, that's it.
This is just the beginning.
That is a great delivery, by the way. I'm so
in Marvel fashion, she'll be dead by the end of this movie, right?
She'll be dead, or likely, misunderstood female antagonist. That's my guess.
Maybe they won't kill her.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll congratulate her for being stunning and brave.
Yeah.
She'll join the Marvels.
She'll join the Marvels.
4th member.
What do I need to be to join the Marvels? A woman.
It will be funny as fuck if at the end of the movie it's like, I think we could call ourselves the Marvels, and then it hits credits, and it's just like, it says on the black screen with the white writing, it just says the Marvels will not return.
It's marveling time.
Okay.
Oy. I love generic ships.
Go back a little bit because Monica Rambeau is about to say something really important.
Okay.
And we need to hear that great line again from Woman the Accuser.
Okay. The delivery was very good.
It was
just the beginning.
She tore a hole in space.
Shut up. You're so boring. Oh my god, the whole universe is falling apart, guys. Oh,
like
what are we gonna do?
total
Zap a big
hole-
lightning
tore a
thing
hole in
into it.
space and stuff.
She totally like tore legitimately a hole in space.
Let me guess. Nick Fury will not be alerting any of the other Avengers about this.
Nope. No. We don't want to bother them.
We
with
can't
this.
afford that many Avengers.
I can't.
No, I think
wait.
he's just. I think Nick Fury's embarrassed because his girlfriend is a trans allegory. So
Dude, Nick Fury's a Skrull. That ain't him anymore. He's
that
a
ain't
weird
him
guy.
anymore.
Eric, you look really impressed.
Riveted.
Eric, did you see Secret Invasion?
Oh, God, why would you even
No.
ask him?
Okay,
I
so
saw it through ass.
there you go.
Oh,
So you know that
So one episode then.
Nick Fury's Skrull girlfriend was a trans allegory. The whole thing was a
I did
trans
see
allegory.
that. I
Yes.
saw that whole bit. And, yeah, so he's gay.
I still think Secret Invasion was partially a gift in the sense that it's one of the best examples to explain the situation to someone who's out of the loop. And in case you didn't know already, Eric, but there's like a whole set of scenes where they continuously tell us in no uncertain terms explicitly that Nick Fury sucks and his
Yes.
whole past was done by other people.
The
people who
Skrulls
did
made
his
him
job
what he
for
is.
him. So
Nick-
the only
Nick
reason he's
fucking
considered
Fury. Yeah.
a good spy or a good shield agent has nothing to do with him. It has to do with all of the work he took from other people that he's paved over. He's taking credit for.
So now, without a doubt, the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury TV movie is the definitive version. It's the better version.
Well, it's crazy
Always
because
was.
a couple people when we were covering it were like, "Damn, I still liked Nick Fury, Sam Jackson's, but fuck this, like I'm out. That ain't him."
No, he was
Over.
ruined in Captain Marvel. He was absolutely ruined in Captain Marvel.
The
Kitty
cat
scratched
thing with
his
the eye, yeah,
Yeah,
that's. I still think that, I'm with
Sure.
you, but I still think that Secret Invasion is the one that's just sealed it. Like, there's nothing else left. They canceled
No.
out his entire history. It's all gone.
Well, as they say at Disney Marvel, Mahler, things can always get worse.
Yeah, well, Nick
cool
Fury can
story
still get ruined in
about
this
Nick.
as well.
Cool story about Nick Fury for those just Easter egg. Well, it's not really that. It's just I just want y'all to know how stupid this shit is. For those of you that don't know, right? Obviously there is the OG Nick Fury, which is who I associate Nick Fury with. But yes, they did create an Ultimates version of universe version of Nick Fury, right?
Mark Millar.
That's the one that people are this whole Sam Jackson thing kind of right. They modeled him after. But here's the hilarious thing. They did much like a lot of other stuff in the Ultimate Universe, brought those concepts into their main universe. And here's the hilarious part. I'm not joking. This is not just me just making shit up. The white Nick Fury, which is the OG Nick Fury, is the dad of the black Nick Fury.
Yep.
And they don't even attempt to explain how the fuck that happened. Because he's not light skinned, right? So, which you can make it believable, I guess, in that case, that okay, he's mixed. He's his fucking dad. The white Nick Fury is the dad of the black ass Nick Fury.
Really beginning to understand Alan Wake 2 now.
Oh, stop reminding me that game exists.
Well,
But no, it's a true story. Not adopted.
yeah,
not
no,
adopted,
that is
not adopted.
they brought that into continuity. You're absolutely correct. I remember when that happened. We're like, huh, okay,
It's a thing.
Adopted?
thing,
Not adopted.
Molded by it.
not adopted.
I
Not
wasn't.
adopted.
I wasn't a cracker until I was a man, but then I was black.
Not adopted. That is his legitimate. Well, so I guess he thinks, son.
Yep. that's what everybody. That's what we thought. At the comic book store. We're all.
Yeah. What if he had vitiligo? Vitiligo. You know, that could have been David Hasselhoff. Is okay. Let's go on.
There's a different reality leading into ours.
Whoa. Different reality bleeding
Bleeding.
to ours.
Nick Fury's girlfriend was spending a lot of time with Luke Cage. And we're just saying.
Just say it, man.
Was
Little sus.
the other universe in the whole going? If race changed everything in your universe, and sex changed everything, and everyone's gay, we don't want to be part of your world.
You know, if there's a Pandaverse in this, that would be fucking funny.
It is the Pandaverse, Gary.
The fact that this is coming out after the South Park special is so good. And we're not even to the best part yet, dude.
Eric mentioned about the Feige and the Eternals earlier. Feige basically said, we're going to stick a chick or a dude in it and make them lame and gay.
No,
for the Eternals. That's what he did.
The Eternals, I talked about it in my last video, and I've talked about it in multiple videos. There's a Bounding into Comics article on it, that it was baked in from the beginning that they were going to prioritize representation over anything, and that's the only reason the Eternals got boosted up over many other movies.
They went all in on that shit.
Well, it was worth it. Everyone loves the Eternals. Everyone loves the Marvels.
You haven't even fucking seen it, Mauler.
Have to. Icarus ran into the sun. I saw that clip. It was funny.
Okay, you missed the fact that Tiamat, a giant celestial, was turned into Marvel in the middle of the ocean, and nobody's ever talked about it. And the tsunami it would have caused would have killed millions of people.
Oh,
and the giant celestial that came between the orbit of the moon and Earth that everybody would have seen, that would have disrupted tidal forces and everything. Nobody saw him. Nobody saw him at all.
So here's where you're wrong, Gary. I was reading behind the little bit of like leaks and stuff from not necessarily confirmed sources, but of the like 100 factoids. Read these on EFAB. About 80 of them were confirmed. So there was 20 that were like, oh, these are interesting. And one of them was apparently originally Namor was going to explicitly complain to humanity about the Celestial. He was going to say, that's fucking up everything for us in the water. That
would actually fucking make sense from the comics, because that's why Namor showed up a lot, was the people were fucking up the ocean.
It was funny.
The air in Wakanda is so much nicer than the air in the sea.
We were reading so many of these things, and a lot of them were like just good and normal ideas that got removed. And it was like, oh, well, rip.
Well, the worst decision in that movie was covering up Selma Hayek's giant
teddy bags,
fun pillows. That's the worst move. I mean,
but if you want to see them out and proud, Desperado.
Okay, let's get back to the Marvels.
Carry on. This is the best part of the trailer. Black screen.
Here we go. Here we go.
Doom.
No, I mean, I'm right. Honestly, I'm not being facetious. I'm not trying to be a dick here either. What is she trying to convey?
Concern, stress, but why? I don't know. No, actually, wait. I'm not sure because I just.
Why is she flying? And did she lose her ability to fly in space?
Why does she even have a ship?
Yeah.
Did the other two not know how to fly the ship? I mean, I'm sure they'll. I mean, it's a nice gaming chair she's sitting in. I wish I had it, but
looks kind of like mine, actually.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, man.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Somebody ain't right.
When it's like a trepidation sigh, I'm like, oh, it's because she's about to do something important. But then when you played it, I was like, wait.
She just flies out the ship.
It feels more like a mix between anxiety and boredom.
It's acting,
which is
smaller. It's acting.
Which at that point is like, wait, you can't mix those, can you?
Sure.
This, by the way, can we make sure that everybody in chat is fully aware? This is an Oscar winner.
She earned that Oscar. I'll fight to the death on that.
This is an Oscar-winning Osking actress.
It's actually a shame because not The Room. Room is good. It's a really good movie. I fully recommend it. That's where she got her Oscar. But
I think she should be in sitcoms and like little indie films. She'd be fine in those. She's a terrible Captain Marvel.
They're not like they're doing the thing where, because this happens in all of Marvel except for Tom Hiddleston. He's managed to break this curse, but like they just seem to accept not acting. They're just like, yep, that's good, take, let's go. It's like all great actors
overacting though.
He is, and
because his acting doesn't marry to what's happening.
Well, yeah, but I'll take that over a piece of wood.
She took this role to be her platform. That's the reason she took a role. That's an exact quote from Brie Larson. She felt it could be her platform. That's why she took the role.
Well, I guess she fucking regrets that because like the platform's been entirely damaged.
This will most likely be her final full performance in a film. She'll probably be in Secret Wars getting sucked into a space hole and probably be my favorite moment in the MCU.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if she's negotiating contracts to like exit Marvel at this point.
If she comes back. I don't know. Do they want me? I don't
What
know.
I'm trying to say is, I don't think she wants to. Like, this was not a good choice career-wise. It seems like it was, especially back in 2017. She would have signed 16, something like that.
I think she got certain promises about what they were going to do with her.
I think so as well. Yeah,
and I think they've been all reneged on, and she's big pissed.
So that's what Kevin Feige's known for. The thing they allude to in the book, which I still think is an apologetic book for Kevin Feige, including that Variety article. I think a lot of that was leaked by Kevin Feige to relieve him of responsibility. But he is famously passive aggressive and will tell people one thing and do the exact opposite. With many creators, that's why people very quietly, not so much. Maybe someday we'll hear more about it, but a lot of creators who worked on Disney Plus shows left never to come back. Like that, I will never work for Disney Marvel again. Screw that. It's not worth it. It's actually hurt our careers. And they found out the truth that they were cast. They were not hired for their creativity. They were cast for their looks and their identity.
it is funny. The collection of both actors, writers, and directors that have all sworn off Marvel, like never working with them again.
Well, that's my theory on Daredevil. Right before we get to this, my theory on Daredevil is they just fired the writers and they got the showrunner from the Punisher show, which like this first season's okay, second season's fucking terrible, like fucking terrible. So it's still not the right person. I think they did try to get the writers, the original people from Daredevil, and they said fuck you. And why would they? Because they had a hit show. They had a hit show that by all means should be on season 8 by now. And they fucking canceled it. And then they came back and go, hey, you want to work for us? Possibly for less money?
With less control.
Wait, I got something here for you. Wait. No.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah. So, yeah. They're being all nice out in front, but that's my theory of what happened is they got desperate and they finally went back to Steven DeKnight and he went, nah.
But I already, you mentioned it earlier, and I've already done it, the old rewatch of Captain Marvel ahead of the Marvels, and yeah, she's in that film, she just won't emote. She's so, and the only good thing you get is smug. It was crazy getting a refresh on it. I was like, oh, I remember why you suck. Like, you're such an awful and idiotic character. The fact that it's a space force, that are the Kree, who go out on these missions, crash land on a planet, and immediately, like, she sees a security guard, and she's like, are you in charge of this sector? It's like, you don't know much about space, do you? It's like, oh, you don't know what's going on. It's like, why wouldn't there be, where are the responsible fucking space travelers who are like, you know, like Star Trek? I haven't even seen all of Star Trek, but I know how they operate in terms of a new planet or a planet that's not exposed to interstellar travel. You got to be careful.
The Kree,
they got the prime object. Yeah,
they fucked up the Kree and the Skrulls from Jump Street.
Fucking started on that.
Fucking Jump Street. Oh, Eric and I are pissed about the same thing. The worst crime in Captain Marvel is Marvel being Annette fucking Bening.
Don't fucking.
Never gonna let that go.
That's just a little change.
Don't give me
small
fucking
change.
that shit, man. I'll get to ranting on this bitch for another hour and a
But
half.
they could have used the Kree and Skrulls for entire phases. That could have been your big bad. Those two separately could be your big bad, and then them fighting each other. It could have been so interesting and intricate, and that moment is gone.
Remember when she's like, prove you're not a Skrull, Fury, tell me something about your life, and he just does, and then she's like, oh, okay. It's like, you could have just lied. Like, okay, that's just how that works. She's such a dumbass in that movie. And yeah, they clearly like annihilated the potential of the Skrulls to the point where even Secret Invasion is trying to drag it
There's
back.
an account in the chat, Amelia Clark's Skrull arm.
Don't make me angry.
It should be Drax arm.
Drax arm,
yeah. Drax arm, yeah. Drax arm.
But Skrull arm, we get the message.
That Drax
arm. Oh, we've got the message loud and clear. Unfortunately, not the message with regards to what the fuck she's trying to convey here. She should smile more.
Yeah, she should.
But listen to the choir. Isn't this epic?
Oh, so epic.
It's
not a beam of light shooting up in the air. It's water this time.
Because the dimensions are bleeding in, Gary. Run.
They're bleeding.
It's sucking the world into theirs. Yeah.
So is this a Doctor Strange incursion, a Spider-Man No Way Home incursion, a Loki incursion?
Do you know?
sure.
Do you know the incursions in MOM were added in reshoots? They weren't even in the scripts, like the first run of the story. I find that so fucking funny. They dealt so much damage and they were done in reshoots. Fucking incursions.
Thank God I don't care.
God, can we get this over with?
What's wrong, Gary?
More quiet.
You got 88 minutes of this shit.
Are you prepared to do?
I'm invincible.
Oh, that's the line, by the way, that's actually taken from the Avengers and put into this trailer from Nick Fury. This line is in the Avengers.
Prepared to do.
Oh, hello. Fucking-
What are you prepared to do?
They've mixed it in, but that's from the Avengers. That's
Yeah, notice they only showed him for do, which you can do with any closing of the mouth dialogue.
Yes.
And that's what they did. They made it sound like he said it, but what are you prepared to do?
Why does he look like Louis Farrakhan now? Like, why is he dressed like that?
with his fucking get up.
I bet that I bet you that is a Samuel L. Jackson thing. He's just like,
That
I'm
must
not putting
be.
on that fucking hot shit. No, I'm putting on some loafers and a comfy shirt. If you want me to come back.
I'm invincible. Your powers only make me stronger.
So you can't be matched. Can't be.
Look, I'm sorry, but
Look
I'm
at
never
it.
going to get over that look from. I'm never going to get over
Powers
That
only make me
fucking
stronger.
grill, dude.
So you can't be matched.
I'm never going to get over that.
And like, well, I mean, they are an advanced civilization, the Kree. They probably balayaged their women there. That's the, you know, she's got some blonde streaks going on in that straight hair. Yeah, that's blue eyes.
That is straight
And a
up.
grill.
Can I speak to the manager?
She's doing the crazy eyes.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Is that
I'm on
really
the
Tom
street.
Hiddle? Is that Tom Hiddleston's girlfriend for real?
Mrs. Fiance, girlfriend, wife. Yes.
Somebody put in the chat, said it looks like somebody's wife in cosplay. It looks like somebody's nice wife who takes the kids to soccer, you know, gives them their little orange slice. You're right. I said fucking soccer, as that's the sport. And at halftime, she passes out the little orange slices. She looks too nice. And the
It
grill
looks like-
just
we should
she
go
looks like a
down to
nice
the local
lady
library and pick out a book.
trying to play this evil bad guy. And it's really
What's soccer, by the way? Is that the one where you kick the ball with your foot?
that's the one you kick the ball with your foot. It's really
Like
big over there in your country.
Like ball foot, sort of like a football type game.
No, because
No?
you just kick a round ball with your foot. You can't
Ball on
touch it
your
with your
foot.
hands
The
unless you're in the
football.
goal. And your sport is really famous for guys like not getting touched and then rolling around on the ground like they were shot 5
Don't
times.
even go
by
there.
a
You
50
wear
caliber.
armor for American football. Rugby go fucking mad mode. Just
Yeah.
scrabble each other. So
Yeah, but you know what?
put on my helmet.
Okay.
You want to play
You know
ice
what?
hockey, mate? They fucking kill each other in that
You know,
sport.
bro, no, take one of those rugby players, put them in the pads, and have them go play an American football game.
They've tried. They've
They
not
fucking
been very
tried.
successful.
They'll get their asses knocked out, okay? Because the average weight and
couple
height
of
of
them.
because they're
American
not
football
way
players.
used to wearing armor. They're used to going at it straight up. So
Well, because you have
I
300
love how
pound
all they call
dudes.
it armor.
You have 300 pound athletic dudes flying at each other, not like 175 pound.
you named your
athletic dudes.
football game after socks. You lose.
Oh man.
No, soccer is a cute little game that all the kids play. I even played it. I was on soccer
It
teams.
looks like she plays sock. Her.
Oof.
She's still a little too feminine to look like female soccer player.
She's look. She kind of got a bit of a baby face, you know. Kind
She
of like
does. She's obviously an attractive woman that they put a fucking grill on for some reason, right?
Yeah, but you have to understand they took everything from her, Gary.
They
including
took-
her teeth.
They took a grill from her. Gary.
Well, except for her costume designer, her hairstylist, whoever puts the Kree grill assembly person, her green
Look, the whole
eyes,
thing, her
blue eyes.
costume, her delivery in the trade.
I mean, somebody had to make her hammer, the bracelets. I'm sure they're tailored. Her makeup, look at her makeup. It's fantastic.
moving on.
The WNBA is greater than soccer. No, it's not. No. No, it's not.
She looks like this character looks like she wants to go out for drinks with Megan Rapinoe afterwards.
Yeah.
Can't be controlled.
Yay, generic light powers. I don't
Who-
understand what's
does
going on at
anybody know?
all.
Again, I haven't watched anything's going on with Miss Marvel or any of that shit.
It wouldn't help.
Oh, well, all right. So I'm not even out of the loop on this one. But who is Monica now? Because I know they didn't. I mean, I was still watching when the Scarlet
Monica
Witch.
Rambeau,
Is she
like, what's her
Photon? Is she Spectrum? Is she? Oh, we don't know. Okay. She's
No, yeah, I was about to say,
no.
right? Enjoy being out of the loop for the next 10 seconds because you're about to be in it. She walked through a phased energy field and now she has the ability to morph with light.
Okay. So
The energy shield that she walked through validated her and told her
Yeah,
she was amazing.
She
has to be
kept hearing
Photon.
voices that she was awesome. Basically, Scarlet Witch created her.
She's not spectrum. She's on the spectrum.
yeah,
She was
she's
shot at and it created the effect of bullets going through jelly when they
I'm
hit her.
guessing Spectrum is not going to be her superhero name, but that would be funny.
Mola, can I ask you a question, please?
No.
How does okay?
Go ahead.
How does what? Okay, what?
What was your
What
favorite
does-
part of WandaVision?
What was your favorite part of Iceland? What?
When Isom went through the energy field and got validated. That was my favorite part.
What does bullets passing through like jelly have the fuck to do with light?
Bro, she can make herself less dense than light and then re-densify to prevent the bullets from shooting those cute little kids. I don't know. I have no
can
clue.
control the density. So she can control the density of her body.
Maybe?
What's that got to do with light?
Remember, this
I mean,
all
a lot
happened
of
because
girls
she
would
was
like to do that. Like guys too.
she was desperate to get through that energy field just because she felt really bad about Wanda being a psycho. She was like, "Oh man, I gotta get." Remember, they told her you might die if you go through. Then she was like, "I gotta though. I just gotta."
Remember when she sacrificed herself for the fake children?
Yes.
And then Wanda went and murdered worlds and universes of people. for her
Gary, they
fake
will
children?
never know
They
what she sacrificed.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Monica's in serious trouble as a character. No fucking clue what the hell she's even about. And wasn't it reported, at least in rumor, that the actress for her and Brie Larson clashed a bit on this set?
That's rumor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do
Well,
wonder about.
I
stuff
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know. Apparently, Brie clashed with quite a few people on the set.
It's just that what is the nature of this like dynamic? You know, I imagine the actress for Miss Marvel is probably the chill one.
Yeah.
Just as happy to be there, but also would like
The
things
kid,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah, she seems like a good.
I was gonna say, watching
come on.
Miss Marvel, she's fine. She's like a bubbly, personable actress. It just sucks that the script isn't helping her out. And then
Yeah.
of course, like her powers don't make any fucking sense. And then she's not a great hero, which is she's learning. It's fine, but
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just again, I know I'm out of the loop, but everybody's out of the fucking loop. To be fair, and I get it.
There
but
is
I'm
no
trying,
loop
I'm
to
just
be
trying to
in.
make sense of this shit from just a guy that understands the source material per se. And I just
Okay, Eric, take everything you know from the source
I
material
get it. Just
and,
forget it.
and forget
Just
it.
fucking
Throw it in
forget
the
it.
bin. Just throw it in the bin.
Throw it in the bin. It means
I was
nothing.
about to say it must be surreal to hear me referencing these names, knowing they mean something completely different to you. Like, you're like, what is he saying? Why is he
Well, no,
saying those things?
Marlon, that's why I'm like trying to conceptualize this stuff and asking these questions because I'm like, well, I need this to make sense. And to be fair, it just doesn't. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe
Welcome
does,
to the
it doesn't
MCU,
make
I guess.
sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Now, I haven't watched Miss Marvel, but I've watched every other TV show and movie that's supposed to lead into us, and it has nothing to do with any of it.
So, all right. So it's Miss. So, yeah, we know that they were too chicken shit to commit to Miss Marvel being Stretchy McGee, right? She's now. fucking
Well,
Cosby.
it's because of the Muslim faith and magic.
Cowards. Fucking
Yeah.
cowards. Fucking cowards. That's what they are for not doing that. But okay. So if I understand correctly, because again, I didn't watch Miss Marvel, she's getting them from the bands, right? That she got in the mail, per se. Are they referring those as nega bands, or are they just bands? Like, does anybody know that?
They haven't called them. They've called them. They haven't called them nega bands yet.
Okay.
Can I just
But
one
it's, we're
clarification? I don't know
alluding
if-
to it. That's what they are.
That's what they are, which was
Yeah.
what the OG Captain Marvel
Again,
originally
which is
had.
why I'm like,
Yep.
okay, it's even more aggravating having now understood that.
And
I
there's-
don't know if this makes
Go,
a
go.
difference, but I thought it was really cringe in the show. Maybe it's less or more, depending on you guys what you think. But episode like 2 or 3 of Miss Marvel, they scan her, and her friend says the power isn't coming from the bangles; it comes from you. The bangles just awoke the superhero within you.
So she's always been a nigga.
I have.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! No.
Not the arc we were expecting, but the arc we needed.
Hi, Twitter. Oh shit!
I'm crying.
Oh man!
All right,
That was-
see you,
that
folks.
was-
That's it. That's the stream.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
That was Ryan's favorite part of the stream.
What? What?
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
But no, seriously.
Eric, there's actually
that
a line.
creates more questions though than answers. That's why. That's why I'm like, definitely if she's like, if that's what they're running with, that she's
Well,
the band
I
side.
guess there's the first question of why the fuck would they make this movie, spend $300 million, and then actually release it? You know, especially when here we'll finish this up and then we'll go take a look at how ticket sales are doing locally here in my area. I'll take a look in LA. I'll take a look at a couple of places. And we'll see. Well, and I'll random. I'm not going to pre-screen it. We'll just do it. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
Fuck it,
They do say in the film, Eric, the grill woman, says, "How did you get your power?" to Ms. Marvel, and she actually replies by saying, "In the post."
Oh, so it's not just a gag here. It's just like they're really leaning into that.
Oh, it's all a joke, mate. It's all a joke.
I want to know it's worse than you guys joke about because she gets it in the mail and then it gets taken from her and put in the attic. And I was watching it with Fringy. I was like, wait, I thought she looked through it. And it's like, so what's the reason now? And later on, when she's dressed up as Captain Marvel, her friend says, don't you think you should have something as part of the outfit that's from Pakistan? It's like, why? And then she's like, I'm gonna go head to my attic and grab the bangle. And it's like, what?
Oh man,
As if it would be more contrived. Like,
this is fucking rough, man.
98% critics, Miss Marvel.
98.
I think
How many
genuinely,
how many
I think it's
critics
because
though?
That's higher than Blade Runner.
That,
How
that's,
many critics?
that's
how many
got to be the
oh,
fact that nobody who would have disliked it watched it. Everyone who was like set to like it watched it. They're the only people who did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
No critic was going to criticize it because it was so identity based,
Yeah,
and
there-
that's the
there's no
whole
way
point
they
they
were
do
gonna
it. That makes it
make-
critic proof. Oh, that's odd. Why doesn't it show me a number?
By the way, I've been informed that Alpha Core is now on $696,000.
Here it is.
We are 4,000 away from 700. We can hit 700,000 on the stream.
Hey, okay. 304 reviews by critics. 304.
That is literally 1% of the whole audience of the show in critics.
I agree. There's 10,000
Overestimation, but
ratings
That's fine.
from fans that give it 80%. Let's take. I'm going to take a
Well,
look at some of these.
they must be racist.
It must be review bombing it.
Yeah. So at 98% from critics, it got review bombed by the critics. That's how it works, though, isn't
I mean,
it?
a
That is how
2% review bombing, yes.
Some of the review bombing is legit from people saying stuff. Really fun show. Amon rocks. The amount of misogyny and bigotry fueling the hate of
Bigotry.
bigotry.
bigotry. A bigger tree.
Bigger tree. That's what I meant to say. I've got a cold, all right? So I'll read it again. Really fun show. Amon rocks. The amount of misogyny and bigotry fueling the hate of detractors is embarrassing. Comics media fandom is already cursed by a plague of insecure man boys who can't handle strong lady heroes.
Show us your long boxes.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is from October 21st, 2023, by the way. Then you add the cast of all brown skin folks, and you have the discussing racist entering the room. Miss Marvel always had an uphill battle in the U.S. Why does it have 300 plus critics? Not a single mention. What was your favorite part of Miss Marvel?
Yeah. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Exactly.
Part of Miss Marvel.
Exactly.
Brian S. Rewatching the Marvels was still fun. Okay. So here are a bunch of 5 stars, and I'll read them off, and they're just one line. Rewatching the Marvels, and it's still so much fun. Brian S. Sade L. This was fun and really sweet. Alex A. Iman is the best casting in the MCU. Brooke C. So good. I can't wait to see Miss Marvel again. Audrey B. Way overrated. Such a good show. Not sure about that. 5-star. Maybe somebody, whatever. The bot got it wrong. Zakari A. Absolutely beautiful in every aspect.
Underrated, not overrated.
A different vibe than the MCU series, and I really enjoyed it. Alex M. 5 stars. A really fun and amazing show. That's worth a watch. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5-star reviews in a row, and they're all one line.
All I heard was the word "fun"
and
being repeated by every single critic because it's a safe word.
Came within the same 2 days.
Oh. That's completely not.
Feels a bit of a misnomer to call a person a critic if all they do is praise everything. Seems like a.
Yep.
Well,
oh yeah, we're watching the Marvels trailer.
trailer.
We're really EFAP in this one. I like it.
Yeah.
No.
Can't be controlled.
Right. Not a dick, but.
What does that mean? What's happening there?
Yeah, exactly. You fired your light to her bangles, and then she turns the bangles into Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel gets knocked down, but she's fine. So what's that all mean? It means nothing. It means nothing.
Man.
If it blew her fucking arm off.
It would probably regenerate because she's Captain Marvel and she can't be stopped.
But she got knocked down, so she's just like hurt, but she's not. It's just light hitting people.
She can move at the speed of light. She'll never use that power though.
But she can move at the speed of light. Why don't you just fucking punch the bitch in the face?
Remember, at the end of Captain Marvel, she travels on the outside of the light speed engine ship.
I didn't watch Captain Marvel. I watched your review of Captain Marvel.
I put that in the video as you must have seen it.
I would have seen it in the video, yeah, but
yeah, she can travel at the speed of light. They established this, but then they completely forgot it. If you can travel the speed of light, there's like 1% of all bad guys in fiction can stop you at that point. Basically nobody. Speed of light's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just quicker than Quicksilver.
It was one of the questions in Endgame. It was, why didn't she just run through Thanos at the speed of light? And it's like,
it could have been the Captain Marvel maneuver.
Run up his ass.
Right up his ass.
Do you know what maneuver did utilize faster than light travel, Gary?
What would that be?
That would be the Picard maneuver.
The Picard maneuver. I was thinking the Holdo.
Which
Holdo was better than Picard. So
the Picard maneuver, Mauler, in case you want to know what that is, is you a short distance from a place, but you warp a short distance, which is exceedingly dangerous.
Yeah.
You warp a very small distance, which, because you're going the speed of light, gives the impression that you are in two places at the same time.
At once.
Which confuses the targeting sensors and allows you a free doom.
And they tried to do a variation of that in Picard season 1, which is fucking terrible. You know what was cool? A cool jumping scene, Battlestar Galactica, when they broke out everybody from the Cylon camp and they jumped the Galactica into the atmosphere and it just
fucking
badass.
Yeah.
That was cool as hell. Sorry.
And that was really
fucking
good.
cool.
Holder maneuver was cooler.
Hold on.
Do you see the music cut? It was really quiet, and then there was loads of light. It was really good.
Really cool.
And we know that the music's obviously not going to be there on the film. It's just going to be.
Well, as we're learning today, they should have had choir and
The Adama maneuver. Yeah.
I've got a question for all of you. Again, legit question. The whole marketing campaign on the trailers for this movie has been.
My favorite part of the Marvel?
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part of Icedom? Is my question to all of you. The whole marketing campaign, every trailer, it's been silly Billy, silly Billy, silly Billy. Oh my God, silly Billy. This trailer is trying to be serious.
Yes.
So what is your film, Mike? What is your film?
Are you talking about like all the trailers put together? Is there an identity for this film?
Yes.
There always has been. Women. Representation.
Is that a genre now? Drama, thriller, sci-fi, women, horror.
Representation. When you fire this up on Disney Plus in like 4 days, because it'll be already out of the theaters. It'll say PG-13, and it'll say representation. Mild violence.
Warning representation.
Where are you going?
This contains strong scenes of violence, drug use, and representation.
Jesus Christ.
While
Az is going, how much is this making, Gary?
This movie?
Yeah.
Refresh guesses.
My it's way down from my initial. Under 500 million worldwide, and I think it has trouble making to 400 million. It could be as bad as The Flash because it's already tracking.
Ultimately end at like 300 something.
It could.
I feel like
worldwide 300 million.
I feel like the best guess here was that it would have to do worse than The Flash. I feel like that's the fair thing to assume, all things considered.
Well,
because
the Flash had Michael Keaton, dude.
Yeah, the main boon this has that the Flash wouldn't is being a part of the MCU. But how much does that really count for with this?
Oh, nothing.
I don't think it counts for anything.
The
at this
MCU
point.
is decimated, and as Variety pointed out correctly in their article, the woman who wrote that MCU book, because she pays attention to this. She obviously paid attention to a lot of YouTube channels because she used a lot of our stuff, including MCU in the fucking book. But she has noticed that there's been a significant drop in interest, good or bad. Just general interest. So we are in the apathy phase. So Star Wars entered the phase before Marvel did, slightly before Marvel did, but now they're both failing pretty equally at this point. Disney Star Wars, Disney Marvel, dead. Fucking dead. Pixar's dead too, by the way. And that's why Disney's putting in Nelson Peltz CFO. We're going to find out in a couple of days with the earnings call how badly they are doing, and that's why they're focusing back on parks. Well, if entertainment was working for them, they'd focus on it, but they're going back to focusing on parks. That's where the majority of their money is going to go, and they're going to dial everything back.
Hey, that's a fucking big deal.
There we go. We interrupt this Marvel's EFAP to bring you Alpha Core has hit $700,000.
Shout out. Welcome. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Holy shit.
So Eric, with hitting 700,
what the hell is even
what is your favorite part of Alpha Core?
Myth Gary for sure.
Okay. So I knew that. I don't know why I said it. I already knew that.
100%. That's my favorite part of Alpha Core. But no, seriously, that character is intriguing. It's not literally Gary. I mean, maybe that scene at the motel, I may have gotten that from the story.
But is it though?
You
All
know?
right, we're gonna have to go with death of the author on this one, lads. If we want Gary.
Nah, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Seriously, man. I appreciate the hell out of everybody. Everybody here, man.
Hell yeah.
100K. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
You guys are
By the way,
maniacs.
Bella's not fucking happy with me. She is looking at. She's just at
Well,
the
yeah,
door looking at
you
me.
stopped an entire live stream to rub your pussy. I mean, what the hell, dude?
Hey, man. You know,
If it works for Amaranth,
you gotta do what you. She didn't stop her stream to do that, as.
Yeah,
She-
that's
Yeah,
her
yeah.
entire stream, bro. We're trying to put this on poor Amaranth. She's a victim.
Yeah.
okay, sorry. Isn't my misogyny was showing? Do
Hey,
you want
how
to
old-
see people
How old do you have
light?
to be to buy senior tickets at a movie theater? What's the pensioner?
65?
No, I still got a ways to go. Oh man, this is downright crowded.
Do you remember when we went to the cinema together, Gary, and we watched The Equalizer 3?
We did, and that was a great movie, dude.
That was a
I had
good
a
film.
lot of fun. I hope just good old action movies come back. Sorry, I had to sniff there. We're gonna watch the Reacher trailer after this. We'll cleanse our palate with the Reacher
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
trailer, which is
We'll
fucking...
get hit for that, but I'll edit out.
Oh,
It's
hey,
Amazon. Amazon will hit us for that.
my theater is downright crowded. So this is the show I'm going. I don't know if I should share it. I got to
Wait for Marvel.
Marvel's just got it.
Yeah. Hang on. It's downright crowded.
I'm sensing sarcasm.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I am seeing this show with Comics Division. And yes, this is
So
one of
so
the
it's
very,
an adult and a child.
yes.
Family ticket.
So this is one of this. Usually I buy a ticket to another movie, but this is a pity purchase for Marvel. I bought tickets for Marvels, so I'm the 2 seats right there in the front. I always
Can you show us? Show us, Lincoln.
I am
Come on.
showing. I am.
No,
sharing.
you're not. You're
I'm
not
not?
sharing.
Fucking
Yeah, fucking boomer.
dude, I am sharing.
That's
It's just gonna
ageism.
take a minute to pop up. Chrome
Okay.
Chrome and StreamYards is like not working for me on
Harry.
either of my computers right now.
You're not. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay.
Dude, I hit share about a minute ago,
Jeez.
and StreamYards is just
Yeah,
not
but it's
running
all our
on.
internet. It's not yours at all.
It can't be because everything else is fine except for StreamYards.
Uh huh. But
so you
yeah,
can-
all ours work perfectly.
Oh, that is crowded.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like a whole
downright
crowd.
crowded.
The black ones are they available?
Available
ones?
are the available one.
The gray ones are the taken. So
The gray ones are the taken. So aside from me and comics, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 people going. And this is the very first showing on Thursday night in my general area.
what time does it start? Just a matter of interest.
3:10 p.m. 3:10 p.m.
Okay.
So I asked my wife, I asked my kids if they wanted to go, and they said, fuck you. And but Comics Division's my date, and we're going to go see the movie. But it's looking far emptier in other places. So,
Dude, it's looking fucking empty there.
yeah.
No, as 7 people is a crowd, it's crowded.
Okay,
Yes.
whatever. Okay, sorry. I apologize.
God.
Should we finish this shit show?
Oh my God, yes, please.
No. Be there. No. I don't wanna. It's sucking off that place, by the way. The hole is sucking it off.
Oh my god.
I'm asking for one last fight.
I kind of
One
feel
last fight.
that. Well, I kind of feel that
looks
Nick
funny.
Fury's he's talking to us, really. You know?
A little meta. It's a little meta right there.
Yeah.
No, we're here to watch the MCU season finale, have some laughs, talk about it on Friday Night Tights, make our videos,
Yeah. Make some money.
and then completely forget about this within 48 hours. It was funny that somebody brought up like 2 years ago today, the Eternals came out. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I made multiple videos on that, broke that movie down. I usually don't do this, but I went back and watched my review. I'm like, God, I really did watch this movie because I don't remember any of this shit I just described. But wow, that was bad. This is going to be worse than the Eternals, guys. This is going to be worse than the Eternals. This is going to be the biggest flop.
Sorry, I don't quite understand the gotcha here, dude. Yes,
What?
we have always maintained monetize your idiots. And this is garbage. You think this is made for you? You think this is made for an audience? No. So we will turn it into something entertaining for the audience.
So what are you referring to? I can't. Oh, there it is. As saying the quiet part, just outright rage merchants.
Outrage merchants.
No, this is. I mean, I don't care what fucking people think. Go watch my One Piece review. I'm totally outraged about it. Huge jerkson, but he could be trolling. But
go listen to how much rage we've had today, how much fun we've had talking about various things.
This is actually the culmination of years of work. Eric was talking about it, Az was talking about it, even Mala recognized it. But years ago, in our streams, in our videos, we said, hey, the MCU is doing the exact same thing that Marvel Comics did, making the same mistakes. The comic industry is dead. It's fucking dead 4 years later. And what happened? 4 years after repeating the same mistakes as the publisher, the MCU is dead. It's not like we're fucking geniuses. We read the shitty comics and we're like, wow, they better not adapt these shitty comics or their MCU is fucked. And guess what they did? They adapted the shitty comics. They did the same fucking thing.
So we'll laugh at it. We'll turn it into something for other people to laugh at. And it's on YouTube. So we get paid because it's on advertising. And it's turned something shit into something that you guys can fucking laugh at.
Right.
I call that a win, but that's just me.
Well,
I'm probably racist, doesn't it?
It's taking the piss out of a very self-serious Hollywood is what we do. All right.
You want to see outrage? You want to look at the comment section to my Robin Hood videos? It's nothing but people laughing their head off at how much fun they're having.
Yeah.
I'm just never sure exactly what it means because I've never had trouble believing that a lot of us care deeply. We just, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, he's just doing it for money or outrage or whatever. It's just like, well, yeah, maybe there's a money motive, but like, you can't. This would be a crazy lie to have for decades devoted such a huge portion of your life to pop culture just to be like, I'm gonna make money on it 30 years from now on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn all this geek stuff.
Yeah,
for 40 fucking years. Because when I'm 30, YouTube's gonna appear, and I'm going to then take all of that knowledge, turn it into videos, and make money. But it sounds like kind of sounds like the person that goes to a cashier and says, "Oh, you're just taking my grocery order for money,"
or I'm gonna give you an or. Or it could be we actually do love this stuff. We read the comic books, have been nerds since the day we could comprehend reading, comprehend watching a fucking TV show, growing up on the Adventures of Superman with George Reeves, Adam West Batman, the Spider-Man cartoons, watching fucking Speed Racer in the morning, the 60s Spider-Man cartoon, watching every fucking thing, reading everything, being an original member of the Star Wars fan club, getting in Star Trek when I was 5 because I thought the green chicks were fucking cute and I liked Spock. Had no idea what was going on. Been a nerd my entire life, owned a comic shop, have huge comic book collections. We actually love this shit. And we hate to see what happens to it, but we've always been this honest about it. We've always read a comic book and said, that fucking sucked.
Absolutely.
You know, like I think that's the way it's always been.
And we try, part of our job is to try and make the criticism of it fun.
Yes.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
We're supposed to enjoy it, and we're supposed to try and get the audience to somewhat enjoy this. It makes it a lot easier. We've joked before, but this is like a therapy session in some ways.
No,
like
most of our videos are just sarcasm, guys. I mean, I know that's it's bad to explain that on the internet because it can be taken very seriously by some people, but like a lot of it's mockery. sarcasm, taking the piss out of something, because we're making the best of a really horrible situation because we're watching shit we love die.
Yes.
Permanent deaths, by the way.
It's
Permanent
the meme
fucking
from
deaths.
Red Letter Media, where it says, "How does it feel to watch all your favorite franchises burn in flames?" And then Mike just goes, "Feels great."
Feels great. That's pretty much it.
It's a good point. Like I just we mentioned this earlier. I just spent way too fucking much money on these goddamn companies for me to just
irresponsible amount.
Yeah, not for me to just not be able to say shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just fucking crazy. I think if anybody has the fucking right to be able to dissect this stuff, I think it's for sure me when it comes to Marvel or DC. And
Eric,
like I said, we've been literally invested in it. Like it's not like I just fucking like.
You're gonna find out who the fucking real nerds are when all this shit is dead.
100%.
When we still care,
cool anymore.
we still fucking care, and they have moved on. They've sold their pop vinyls, sold their fucking TV shirt, and you know, sold their fucking Blu-rays of the MCU and their steel books that they never fucking watched or took the plastic off of. We'll find out who the fucking real nerds are, and that's been. This is a criticism that mainly comes from other content creators. True. You in the audience, you have your criticisms. We're not above it. Go ahead. It's fine. I have no problem with it. But other content creators coming out, how could they possibly care? I have no fucking shame to my game. That stuff has been brought up since I started my channel. That shit was brought up in my comic shop. Wow, they still make these things? God, you still care about this stuff? I'm all more than anything you could possibly fucking imagine. I love this shit with no shame. This is one fucking wall of 9 in the. Don't ask me how it's 9, but it's the way the things. Does it make sense?
Found it.
It'll make sense when you see it, okay? And it's covered, and now my ceiling is covered. And yes, you were going to get before the holidays, you will get an office tour, a proper office tour. This is just one little slice of the irresponsible amount of money I spent on my collection.
Yeah. Oh, Gary, did you like my fake storage?
Your fake storage that was packed to the gills,
packed to the fucking nines with all this stuff. Yes.
Yep. So I care just because it's hard for some people. People can only judge others by their own standards, and there's a lot of people out there, especially a lot of content creators, who don't care. They don't. You're right. They don't. And you know what? You and the audience is smart enough to figure it out.
Now we
always has been, always will be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. We keep saying that. Look, people see right through.
Yep.
People, and some people don't like it when you see right through them. They get very mad, when they should be doing other things. But this is stuff that we've grown up with, that we talked about time and time again. When did Gary? I'm just not saying to you specifically who said it. But when have you ever heard Gary say, "Hey, I've been busting my ass as a Doctor Who fan for the last 5 years"?
Yeah.
Or more talking about, "I've been busting my ass being a fucking Lord of the Rings fan for the last 2 years." I've been busting my ass. That's the shit which comes from the fucking colliders. That comes from the shill media. That comes from the Wikipedia wonders. And one thing that fucking unites all of us, or at least the most of us, is the fact that we all are in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. Somebody put it very nicely. We laugh at this shit because if we don't, we'll just be fucking crying.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing everything that we fucking love torn apart. And it's not torn apart by people who want to take things into a different direction and it's not working. It's being torn apart by ideologists and activists who don't even care,
about this shit
about these franchises. They give no shits whatsoever. So forgive us for taking things that we love and trying to turn them back into something entertaining, even if it means ripping the shit out of the current crop of it.
A nerd, of the very definition of a nerd, is somebody who cares a lot about something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or an autistic amount.
An autistic amount.
An irresponsibly autistic amount.
Irresponsibly autistic amount. Yes.
Absolutely.
Now let's finish this dog shit.
Oh my God. It feels like it's been hours.
That's the end of the film where she gets sucked into the opposite. So thank you, Ian. This is great special effects, by the way. Look, it's it actually looks like a pre-rendered picture from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
It does. Or like Laserium. Remember Laserium? All you olds in the chat, you know, we'd get a little high, drop a little acid, go to a tent, and they'd play some Pink Floyd and shoot some lasers around to the Pink Floyd music. Fuck, that was good. That'd be better than this. You know what'd be better than this? A cat live stream.
I showed my pussy. Where's yours?
You did. The cat live stream that they did to promote this will be better than the movie. Especially the people fondling the pop vinyls like they wanted to have some serious.
I was trying to
sex with
explain
them.
that to Rags and Fringy, and I knew that the more I described it, the more they were like, "That's not what happened." I was like,
That's what happened.
That is what
it
happened.
was all crotch shots, Eric. So they had cats and they were unboxing pop vinyls and they would take crotch shots. So they put like the pop vinyl in front of somebody's crotch. It looks like they were trying to mount it, but then they would fondle it. And I don't mean just like, here's the box. It was like, ooh, let's fondle it with our little fingers like this. And it got like uncomfortable to watch. It did.
it was fucking weird.
But they are absolutely not bought and paid for, and that's a legit reaction
Absolutely.
from a fan, a totes fan, honest.
Our boy Grizzy got demonetized. It's unfair. It's fucked up. But he managed to put out one of his best videos yesterday. So after this show, go to our boy Grizzy. He's going to be on Rumble, by the way. He did a episode 5 reaction of Loki, and dude, the reactions to Mobius on a fucking jet ski, I think it's the lowest of the low. It's the lowest of the low. It's the lowest of the fucking low. Acting like Iron Man just walked down on screen with Mobius, not even actually jet skiing, sitting on a jet ski in a sales room in a Marvel show.
What the fuck?
And they're like,
yeah, that's
oh my God,
just
jet
don't
skiing.
ask.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, fuck off.
But now
Yeah,
we know
stop.
his origin story. It's so important to know that he was a jet ski skier.
I think now's a good time to let Eric know as well, because he was asking earlier, like, how make it make sense? How does any of this make sense? One of the most meta
you
and
let him know.
overt-
I'm going to take a piss.
One of those meta and overt lines from, I think it was episode 4, was Loki essentially looking to the screen and saying, "I promise all of this will make sense."
Like as in like a fourth wall type situation?
That's how it felt to me.
It
'cause
really
was,
felt that way.
yeah. He was saying it to a character, but that he was staring right at the camera. You know, it's like,
Yeah. I got
I promise it will all make sense, because by the 5th episode, like Loki season 2 is about like, so the universe is unraveling because they killed the He Who Remains, which is a version of Kang who was keeping everything in a sacred timeline. So now everything's branching off, and there's a big loom, and they need to fix the loom. So for 5 episodes, they've been running around trying to fix the fucking loom. Okay. And they've been dicking around with characters, and by the end, it's just been running around hallways, wasting a bunch of time. Some people turned to, like, they redid Infinity War with the snap, and now everybody's just dissolving into
God,
spaghetti. In the spaghetti, and that's it.
They did the scene at the end of Infinity War again, but with Loki and his pals. The camera was panning around. They were all gradually getting spaghettied, and he was like, "No, no, oh no!" I was just like, "What the fuck, man?" Like,
I can't describe how bad it. Like, we're supposed to think that Loki, for one, there's no way in any universe that they have established that the 5 people he's with outside of Mobius are friends of Loki. But now he's like, I need to save my friends.
Oh,
like,
dude, it
you
was
aren't
more
friends with these fucking people. When
it
did
was more
that happen?
painful seeing it in the show than it was in the trailer, where she's like, "What do you want? Tell me what you ultimately want." He's like, "I want to save my friends." It's like Loki.
I was waiting for Robin Williams to come in and go, "It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault."
Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Fucking sucks.
What the
It's terrible.
fuck is
Yeah, he
going on
cried.
with this
So
company?
it leads up to a good cry.
Yeah.
That Loki likes his new friends, and he doesn't want them to.
He's
the
very
fucking
sweet.
God of Mischief is
Oh,
crying
so sad.
again
So fucking sad, man.
and eating pie.
It's not fair.
So,
and Tom Hiddleston is such a good cast for Loki. It's not fair.
the only thing,
Sounds
the
terrible,
only good that comes out of this is in the next week or so, there are going to be so many fucking good videos on the Marvels and maybe on the on Loki that it's just going to be very entertaining on YouTube for the next couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
that's the good that comes out of it. That's the good. What the hell is as that age now where he has to stand over the toilet for like 10 minutes before his piss comes out?
No, I was putting my compression top on as well. I had to go because it's getting a little chilly.
Okay, top.
And I don't have any heating at the minute because last night
He's British.
Last night, Gary, we had a fucking failure in the water system here, so they turned all the water off in my area for about 12 hours, which caused my boiler to fucking burst and spring a leak. And I can't even get the guy to tomorrow, so I'm sat in my house with only cold water, freezing my tits off. So I put my compression top.
Your compression top. Okay, just to let you know, they're called tops here by women.
I don't care.
You know what they call football women? They call it soccer over here. Women call football soccer.
Oh,
Gary.
we call them dykes.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Wow. Don't you go all fucking Eric July on us?
Oh, one of my wife's cousins is a gold medal Olympic winning female soccer
fucking
player.
care. Can we finish this shit?
Nope.
No.
Finish
Protect
it.
your
Please.
people. You can stand tall.
There's your big cameo. They put another chick in it and they made her gay and lame.
Why is Valkyrie in this?
Why?
She's got a vagina.
She's got because
vagina.
intersectionalism dictates that we can't have even the white woman making the right decision and ordering around the people of color. So she has to get the suggestion from the other woman of color. And if you think I'm fucking joking, I'm not. I'm not.
I have a funnier answer.
Power
They couldn't
structures
afford the others.
matter. What was that?
So I have a funnier answer. They couldn't afford the others, and Tessa Thompson was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, how much?" And then they're like, "Oh, fucking 10 quid." She's like, "Oh." Boost it to 20 and you got it. And they're like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." Because they get fucking any of the people they put at the beginning of this trailer. We know that for sure. At least not for now.
But I wonder if this counts, like, because each of these actors signs for a certain amount of appearances, and that counts cameos. So I'm wondering if that was part of it.
She's in a suit and tie, chat, because
he's a king.
Dresses and femininity are a system of the male patriarchy, and she's also lame and gay.
She's also a king, okay? Respect.
This is the same character from Westworld. That's the same character from Men in Black. That's the same character from Thor.
Oh yeah, she's the same character and everything. Like it's just Tessa Thompson playing.
Just Tessa
Valkyrie.
Thompson. Yeah.
But she did suck off Taika Waititi and his missus in a threesome. So that's how she got a job.
Yes, and the very same Valkyrie that comes from Norse mythology.
Mythology, yeah. Same thing. Her and Heimdall make no fucking sense.
None.
Never have. It makes like it doesn't get Norse mythology is pretty fucking white, bros. Like
I don't think you can get too much whiter.
Any whiter.
I don't know if you can get any fucking whiter than fucking Norse mythology. Pretty fucking white.
It's like going to the heart of Africa and sticking some Asians in and going, I don't quite think this is how it would work.
You say all of this, even though we would love to have Ryan Gosling in Wakanda. You guys are just fake, okay?
It's White Panther.
Yes, do it or no balls. That's what I say.
Do it or gay.
You are not really committed to representation unless that happens. Or Ryan Kinnell. One of the two.
I'd say cast him. Yeah, he's going to come cheaper than Ryan Gosling, right?
So their big change on the Monday Night Football, American football. They decided
gridiron.
They introduced this during a Monday Night Football game. They made a more serious trailer, and they're trying to entice you by coming to the movie because Tessa Thompson's King Valkyrie is in it. That will get you running to the theater.
Hell yeah. You say that like it didn't excite you the second you saw it.
It excited a lot of autistic groups on Twitter.
Gary, do you mind if I read?
Of ever seeing this movie?
Do you mind if I read the exact message that you sent me?
Yes, I don't mind. You can even with the misspellings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary
With the misspelling.
Gary tweeted me. I hadn't seen the trailer right at this time. He messaged me on the phone, and he said they did not put Valkyrie in the Marvels trailer. She's a chick who's literally gay and lame. And I was like, I haven't seen the final trailer yet. Let me look. A few minutes later, they put a chick in it and made her lame and gay.
They did.
That is
I couldn't
that is
believe it.
our exchange.
I was doing my square up and my chat was trying to tell me, like, watch the trailer, dude. So I did afterwards. I went, good God.
Well, yeah, when you told me to watch it, I was like, it's going to be the same thing as every time that I watch. I was like, shit, what the hell? Like,
no, I'm all, this is a different level because the music, they tried to make it serious. They tried to directly connect. Again, by the way, this is the second time they tried to do this in a trailer. The villain, Dar-Ben, who was Woman the Accuser, to Thanos. And she has nothing to fucking do with it. I mean, Mr. H even mentioned this when he was talking about the plot, about the false advertising, and he's right in his video. That was, and by the way, this confirms another thing from the plot at the very end. So that plot, spoiler, is dead on, which means this has nothing to do with Thanos. Zero. No Infinity Stones. And we don't even know what it has to do with the incursions and the unraveling of reality.
next you'll tell me Iron Man isn't even in the movie.
Oh, Iron Man and Cap are not in the movie. Neither is
What?
Thanos or Spider-Man, but Valkyrie is. So that should make up for it, right?
Hopefully War Machine will be in it too for his cameo in all of these things. Bruce turns up and says, yeah, make
Wait.
sure you win.
Is
Oh,
that
was
the
it a
scroll
version?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
Oh, God,
I love
let's-
that.
can we
I love
finish
that when
this,
that
please?
came out, the cope from Marvel fans was that no, he was only a scroll very recently, and then the director was like, no, since
Nah.
Civil War.
That was so good.
And it was like, oh, shit.
Oh.
Anyway,
Good job.
Home without standing alone.
They're here.
Whoa.
The Marvels.
Did
why are
you
they
hear
using
that?
Avengers music?
Did you hear it?
The Avengers music.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is the Avengers music doing
Wait,
here?
play the
Get
last
out.
part. It's so good.
Oh yeah, the last part.
Play it all the way to the end.
The Marvels.
The Marvels.
Oh,
Monica, you gotta fly.
no, no, no.
No, why'd you
Was
stop
that, even,
it?
was that even fucking his voice?
Why'd you stop it?
Because,
I
listen.
gotta admit, as I was just thinking that myself, he sounded weird as fuck.
It doesn't
Yeah.
sound remotely like Samuel L. Jackson. Like somebody
hang
else ADR'd it in for him.
Let me see.
The Marvels.
Oh,
Monica, you gotta fly.
no, no, no.
Black Girl Magic. Only in cinemas. Get tickets.
Black Girl Magic.
That's some hyper cringe right there. That's some concentrated nuclear
Fuck, man, they
cringe.
got a bunch of fucking bitches, man, like literal bitches writing this shit, man. Like, what in the fuck? Why would that line be there, man? Like, what's the point? Like, legit, other than to signal to like, yes, Queen Slay. I'm pretty sure somebody said that on fucking Instagram. But was it fucking worth it? Because most people are gonna like cringe to death, perhaps, after watching that. I don't get it, man. I
got a confession. I stopped watching the trailer when the Marvels came up. And I've been seeing in chat people going Black Girl Magic. I just thought my chat was racist.
Yeah. I thought everyone was racist.
I'm pretty
I
sure
didn't actually know they fucking said that in the
They said
trailer.
it. Well,
we're gonna get context because obviously that must be like some trigger word or something. But that even by itself is just so corny.
well,
bro.
putting it in there, I mean, again, every second of a trailer is combed over by a marketing department. Every word, every moment, the trailer houses produce them. They get notes. They do it over and over again until they get what they want. They can maximize what they want to tell about this film. And they made sure that Black Girl Magic was the stinger at the end, the last thing you're left with in the Captain Marvel sequel.
But see, that's what I'm saying, man, about these companies and how they like. I know it's easy for us to pinpoint like one person like that's dog shit, which, yeah, don't get me wrong, that can also be true. But they have like so many layers
of dog shit,
of like dog shit, like
Yeah.
because to your point, all this stuff is funneled, and so at no point did someone look at that and say, "Guys, we can't fucking do this. We can't take that shit out. We can't do it." So everybody was in agreement that this was the best that they could do for the final trailer before the big opening of this movie in theaters. And that's what they all agreed that that's going to do it. That shows that they got layers and just it's foundational problems, man. It's not just a couple of motherfuckers, man. They got it top to bottom, man.
Top to bottom.
I am
Kevin
currently
Feige-
just watching the leaked end credit scene from the film.
It did already get leaked? Well,
Look,
share that.
I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to see.
Or are you
I'm just
memeing?
trying to see if it's legit. No, I'm trying to see if it's legit or just bullshit.
You wouldn't meme us, would you, Ass?
At Mahler, is it too early to put our holiday avatars up?
Christmas. I mean, November doesn't exist. It's Halloween then Christmas.
Okay, so you do. Maybe I didn't tell you. My wife has already completely decorated our house up front. We are full on Christmas mode. My Christmas tree is outside. I've got my lights ready for the office. I'm just thinking of just fucking doing it, right, chat? Like,
I believe in you.
I love Christmas. I love
Jingle all the way.
I love Halloween. Yeah. I've already started thinking about movies. I get Scrooge 4K in the mail today or tomorrow.
Tell you what's good Christmas movies is Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Damn straight. I've already watched it a couple of times. I'm going to watch it again too.
You should.
I know I should. And we have a stream that we're going to do. I think I've been telling you the 18th, but I think we're going to do it on Sunday the 17th. I'll get with you on December. It's December, so you got a month.
Sunday 17th.
So that's
I'll make a note.
Yeah.
I'll be drinker as well, right?
A drinker as well. Az is welcome. And we're going to bring in George Johnson.
I wasn't paying any attention to what you're saying.
Okay,
What was
okay.
it?
As we were talking about how we're going to be getting rid of, it's about time, you know?
Well, I mean, as you're taking December off from FNT, right? So,
Yes.
Okay. So I got Disparo in to replace you so we can have some proper British representation finally.
As you're making the British look retarded.
No, he's going to take.
Now I'm British. When I'm retarded, I'm British.
No, he's going to take the month off from FNT because he wants to take a break on streaming, and then he's going to stream fucking RoboCop and Baldur's Gate in every game for 24 hours straight.
Yes.
Hell yeah, baby.
Like streaming over Friday Night Tights, by the way.
Yes.
Bye.
I didn't kick him. I didn't kick him. He
As
laughed
we all
himself
know.
off the stream. He
We all know
laughed
what you
himself off
did.
the stream.
Look at this. Az trying to pretend like he didn't accidentally kick him.
Look, man. Look. I didn't touch
No
him.
one believes it.
While he's gone, should we have a quick look at Alphacore again?
Sure.
Let's have a look. Have a look at the Alphacore trailer because we need a palate cleanser after that, don't we? Oh no, I've gone in the queue. There you go. You see, that's like you refresh. You go in the queue. Oh, we're in. We're going in. We're getting in. We're going in. Asgirl Magic. Yeah, he hasn't come back, by the way, chat. He hasn't. I bet his internet's just totally crapped out.
Just completely pissed him off with gaming. He doesn't like gaming.
I gave about 4 months' notice that I was taking December off FNT.
Should have given 5.
It actually might be 6, and I might be pushing myself short there. 707,000 with 6,147 individual different
different
purchases with 4, 6.5, 8.5, 9, 10, 11. 11,700 to 800 books sold. It's been going a day and a bit.
That's nuts, man.
It's been going a day and a bit. Insanity. Dude.
That's nuts, man.
What's the 750 go? I need to check out what the 750 benchmark is. Oh yeah, that's the production starts on 3 new Ripper books.
3, and that's like unannounced projects, guys. So you already know about Yaira, you know about Gooding, and you know about some other stuff that we've been working on. This is going to be 3. We're starting production on 3 unannounced projects at 750. So it's going to be hella books going into 2024. So
is one of them Chuck Dixon's next book?
Chuck Dixon's next. Okay. Yes, there's another Chuck Dixon book. The reason why I say that, I'm not talking about, because if you look at the $3 million mark, we're going to do a full reveal of Chuck Dixon's book.
Oh, yeah.
I've been teasing, but there is one of those 3 that we're going to green light is an additional. So that'll give you 3 total books from Chuck Dixon.
Wow.
At that 750 mark, that will be greenlit. But you'll get a full review. If we hit 3 million, you'll get a full reveal of what that book is going to be, who the character is based on, all that good stuff. So that will happen at 3 million. With 750, we're green lighting. I'm making a call. We're green lighting 3 new Riververse books.
Ooh, Gary's still about. Ooh, wait. Let's have a look at it, guys. Let's watch the trailer again. Let's watch the full trailer.
Oh, cool.
We need a palate cleanser after that fucking dog shit. Get out of it. Fuck off. No, not you. Sorry, I thought it was Ms. Marvel. Sorry. Captain Marvel. The Marvels. I got PTSD, dude.
Floorspar can be an unpredictable city. But Fluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
But what was your favorite part?
Where was Gary's weaker? Also, he's back now.
I'm using a different browser because it keeps breaking on fucking Google Chrome. It just does. I don't know what the fuck the deal is on both my computers, my Meta PC and my other one.
Is it up to date?
My Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Should be.
Check to make sure it's up to date.
I'll check and make sure it's up to date. But right now, it's doing great on Mozilla Firefox.
Oh, Mozilla, yeah, Firefox.
Yeah,
there you go.
Use that.
Time is against us, chat. So I'm going to burn through some supers for the last few minutes or so. I'll try and see if there's any questions about Alpha Core to cherry pick those ones out. Gary, are you on Tuesday night main event tonight?
I have been asked to be on it.
Are you going to be on it?
For a
Let me
little,
repeat the question.
for a little while. I mean, yes, for a little while, I'll jump on. Now that I'm being pressured to be on it,
I will be on Tuesday night main event because Tuesday night main event is going to become the real Tuesday night main event night.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Well, nobody gave
mail
me that
event?
memo. I got Jeremy
Smaller, come.
like literally begging to bring me up. Please, come on, please. I'm like,
wait.
"Listen,"
It's just
I said, little guy, I'll try to make some time for you.
I'm totally on board with doing Real BBC versus Geeks and Gamers. That'll be fun.
You
Well,
want to come on?
we got Chuck Dixon. We got Chuck Dixon coming on Tuesday. No, it's the panel show like this, the Tuesday night main event panel show. We got Chuck Dixon and Eric July. So we're Smaller. We're going to be talking comics.
Oh, I'll get yes.
You're for Mauler. You gotta have you there, man.
My favorite comic is Superboy. Which one is it?
That exists.
Oh, Skyrocket or whatever.
Yeah. The straight or the gay one, though.
That's the
Whichever
question.
one is the comic man. I love him.
Yes,
Exactly.
I'll show up for a little while. Yes, I will be there.
I'll be there for a little bit as well.
Believe
So
it or
I
not,
got-
I'm prepping. I'm already prepping for my Marvels review. So
Prep? What the fuck? What do you mean prep? Oh, fuck that. I ain't watching the Marvels. I ain't.
yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Totally are.
No,
you
sorry, no, sorry. I'm not watching Captain Marvel. I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't. I
I'll
don't
do
care. I'm not asking you to do that. Watch Mahler's review again, and then go watch the Marvels. I think that's pretty thorough. I'm not going to make you watch Captain Marvel. I'm just making you watch the Marvels. I'm not a Taskmaster, not the female version from the MCU, but the one with the lame powers that are same as Echoes.
By the way, fair reminder that video was an hour and 50 minutes. That's back when I made tiny videos.
That's a Mahler short.
yeah.
That's pretty much a short. Yeah.
It's a Mahler short. No, Jeremy's going to watch the Marvels.
Wow. Is that a decision he made?
No, you have to watch it if you want to be on Friday Night Tights to talk about the Marvels for fucking 3 hours, which we're going to do. Probably help to watch it, you know. You know what? Yes, this is a job. It's the greatest job in the world. Never feels like work, but knowledge is power.
True.
And you need to know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, so that's my person. That's what those are my goals. That's my work ethic. That's what I do.
Yeah. Gary, none of us are going to get any fucking knowledge from this goddamn film. Let's just be honest.
Yes, you will. Not from the actual movie, not from the story.
No.
It's the story around the movie that's a much bigger story. And you can come in and you can say, hey, this was a flop, and this is why it flopped. And it's probably going to be, we were right. They just put a bunch of chicks in a movie. They made them lame and gay, and it sucked.
Black Girl Magic.
Black Girl Magic. I can't wait to say White Girl
cannot
Magic.
believe
I want to
they
say
fucking
White
said
Girl
that
Magic.
No, but that's just it, Eric. That is just it.
Cannot believe
That is just it. What would happen if Captain America just went white boy power?
Oh well, that would be a problem.
Exactly.
That'd be a fucking problem.
Yeah, then just
Exactly.
take out the boy part and just keep repeating it.
White man power. White power. Yeah. White
God, I haven't heard that since prison. No.
I mean, hey, he's from that era. I mean, shit.
Can you imagine they're about to fight Thanos and he says that, and Thanos just looks at him like, sorry, what?
That's how you know that. He was a squirrel the whole time.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking in the next Avengers movie when he's back, Monica Rambeau is just like Black Girl Power, and then Captain America's like, White Power, and everyone just stops and turns around. Whoa, dude! Whoa!
And he's like, look,
That's
I'm
out of line.
from a different
What?
dimension. I know how it works, okay?
What did I say? What did I? Dude, that is not okay. That is not
What was
okay.
the line from South Park? It's like, you racist to a black female Cartman. She's all,
You're fat
Black
and
people-
racist. I am
black
not.
people can't be racist, those fucking crackers.
Just sit cap down in the middle of the fight. Like, okay. There are a lot of things that can happen in the middle of conversation. You understand. There's a lot of history here.
Oh, man.
There is definitely some of that. There is that. Right. Let's cherry pick a few because we've only got a few minutes. By the way, chat, don't worry. Everyone who has super chat tonight and you've been fucking storming tonight, I will be doing a Super Chat Square on Sunday, afternoon tea with Az, where I'll go through everyone that hasn't been read out tonight, give you the time that you deserve for the Super Chat. And thank you so much indeed for all of that. So I've got Josh Kelsey.
Hey, real quick, did you hear that Rebel Moon is affiliated with Army of the Dead?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
and nobody gives a fuck.
Why would you remind me of that?
It's
they
the
happen
shared
in
universe.
the same fucking world. And did you know that there was a prequel to Army of the Dead that came out on Netflix called Army of Thieves?
Yes.
I did not.
This is
I had no fucking idea that
Sorry,
thing
this
even
is the-
existed.
This is the 3-tiered issue with that fucking announcement. It's like, first of all, who the fuck announces all of their crazy nonsense Universal Medium empire of an IP that's got nothing?
Yes.
Like, what are you doing, Zach? Calm down. Release the thing
meaningless.
first.
Meaningless.
I've already said, like, I'm willing to give Rebel Moon a shot, but like, I find it cringe. It's like, oh, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have this, you're gonna love it. It's like, okay, so that's one thing, right? Connecting it to Army of the Dead. What the fuck are you? How do you connect those two? One's contemporary with a zombie theme, and the other one's like fucking crazy sci-fi fantasy. What do you mean it's the same fucking universe? And then, of course, it's like, why would you want to connect to Army of the Dead? It was fucking crap. Everyone hated it. Nobody cared. It was crap.
Nobody could see the fucking movie because you're stupid. I'm going to be an Artur while I'm not an Artur, and buy a cracked lens on a special camera on eBay that hyper focuses on like little points in the screen and everything else is fucking blurry. God, I fucking hated that. I couldn't
I believe that shit. I was like, why would you want to announce it? Because as Gary just pointed out, yeah, there's bonus universe stuff for Army of the Dead. It's all fucking dead. No one cares. There's no fans for that universe.
Well, apparently, did you know this? That there's like a robot zombie that kind of like is either from the government or from space that's kind of like keeps an eye on the other zombies.
What?
I don't know. You're making this up. I don't even know if you're making this up or being legit.
Dude, I was so shocked that there was a fucking Army of the Dead sequel that I had never heard of. And I'm like, I cover entertainment for a living. I feel like I've got my finger on the pulse of shit, and I have never fucking heard of this show. Like,
yeah, it's like a heist series or something, right? Because it's the people who worked to get the vault.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the prequel comic is being written by Mags Visaggio.
Mags Visaggio, Eric. Mags Visaggio. And you want to know why? Zach is trying extra hard not to be affiliated with Geeks and Gamers. Like,
yeah, but
he's trying extra fucking hard.
You guys ever feel like his reputation is chipping away as every day goes by?
Dude, he's a fucking solid. He was known as a pretty cool, chill guy who didn't play those fucking games, right? And maybe it's pure coincidence after the incidents with Warner Brothers and then Geeks and Gamers, it feels like he's trying to just get back into Hollywood with as much diversity and representation and hiring Mags. Mags knows she is not hired. Mags knows it's not hired. It's cast. It's cast. Nobody's going to buy that fucking book.
It's optics and nothing more.
You
Because, and this isn't being cruel, it sure as fuck ain't talent.
No.
That's
it
just
was a
fucking
writer,
objective fact, mate.
It was a writer when it was a dude and it got no jobs, and then it got about orders of magnitude more jobs after it went it. I'm not gonna call it. I'm not playing these games. I'm not gonna call it a girl. I'll call it an it. Okay. But I ain't calling it a girl. That's woman face.
But that is why the mainstream industry is in fucking ruins, because they're not looking. They give no shits about their customers. There's nothing relating to the customers here whatsoever. This is an industry that's so now insular and self-absorbed. They have their own mainstream media just to fucking butt themselves up, because the mainstream media doesn't cater for the audience either. So you've got this fucking bubble of an industry hiring people to make it feel good, reporting from people to make the people that hired them feel good, and then selling books and putting books out that nobody fucking buys.
No, the book was it okay? It got a TV deal
for free.
And that book for free, and that book series didn't even fucking finish.
No,
it's on a canceled book series. And if you go back and watch, I watched an episode, bro.
No.
some of the worst shit I've ever seen.
Let me
Like, as
just
bad as
guess.
Robin Hood.
Was the main character a diverse lesbian by any chance?
Trans. So
Yes.
My
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
I was
yeah.
so close.
Yeah, you know what?
Wait a minute. Did she just stick a diverse chick in it and make it lame
and gay. You know, we watched that Rebel Moon trailer and we were like, you know, we don't hate this. We don't hate this. It looks okay. It looks fun and different and sci-fi. And that's what I like. And there's creatures and then we hear more about it.
Oh, he said Eric, he already said creatures.
It's fucking unbelievable. It's reminiscent, and Gary, I'll bring this up because I know we brought it up last week on our show. As it's reminiscent of the reboot of Milestone, and Milestone recently got rebooted. It was
they did.
Yes. Oh yeah. So
I thought they were never gonna reboot that ever again. I thought that was buried forever.
They went to the Riververse, by the way. Would have did that way more.
Yep.
By the way, but so DC back in the cahoots or whatever with Milestone, they talked about it on DC Fandom, and they were stepping all on Jim Lee. That's a completely different story. Nonetheless, rebooted and Static, right? He's really you make the argument this is a flagship character for Milestone. I mean, some would throw maybe the Icons of the world, but I think the most popular one is Static for sure.
Yes.
And issue number 0. Right? Reboot. Massive. Milestone is back, baby. Who do you get to write it? You get Vita Ayala.
That whole shtick is sticker writing chick in it and make it lame and fucking gay.
And what happened? And not only that, it was so great of an idea that Vita Ayala is going to reboot your universe and be part of the reboot that you origin change the most prominent character to getting their powers by attending a Black Lives Matter.
That's right. I heard that. Okay.
Literally happened. Not a joke, not just saying this, this would be funny if they do that. That actually fucking happened.
What did Static set a business on fire in his own neighborhood and get powers from it?
Not quite.
Guys, sorry to interrupt. Eric, question number 1. How many individual people have purchased Alpha Core as of this moment?
As of this moment, this is not books. Individual purchases?
The individual.
6,163.
Okay, how many books of Alpha Core have sold in the last day? It's not even a day and a half, but just a day and a bit.
We're closing in on. We might be over 12,000.
12,000. Okay,
roughly.
Do you know how many copies Vagrant Queen sold?
Oh, fucking shit.
I want to know.
I'm going to tell you.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm going to tell you, but I want you to guess.
I'm going with. I'm shooting high here. I'm going with 5,500.
Okay. You're out your fucking mind, but okay. Gary?
To shops.
Are we talking the graphic novel?
We're talking the Vagrant Queen. How many did it sell?
I think it was like under 1,000.
Correct.
No fucking way.
700.
Damn.
Yeah.
No fucking way, bro.
700. And you want to tell me? You tell me why the industry's fucked. And it's not just fucked.
No
it's bent over and it's fucked in the ass without lube. That's what it is.
Yeah,
no fucking way, man.
I don't have X-Ray Girl here to do the math.
Absolutely not.
But nationwide, there's probably a little over 2,000 comic books. 2,000 comic book stores. And on the, I'd have to figure out an average from high to low, how many copies they would of your average comic book for Marvel or DC. What would be their average sale per store?
What is that going to cost all of the books?
It would have to be just a general average between Marvel and it's not even fair, but I don't need to be fair.
Who published that shit? Vault, right?
Who did publish that? That's a good question. But yeah, I'm trying to think because it's got to be somewhere around 10 or 12 books. 10, 12, 20 books average are sold to every comic book store from the big two. That would be your average comic sold. And that's going from your Batmans where they'll put 100 on the shelf. And then you'll have your huge stores that'll do more than that. But most stores are not huge. So you're talking about 20 books sold amongst 2,000 shops in America. I mean, that's probably your general average, give or take. It's not very many.
I'm pretty sure that if I could just make up a comic and just release it, I'm pretty sure I'd sell over 700 fucking
easily. Well, this goes to show just how full of shit. By the way,
I sold more than that of my book that you will never fucking see.
But this goes to show, and I went and looked it up right now. I'm like, okay, that sold that little. Let's see. Let's go to comic book media, and all of them covered it. Of course, they did. Here's a headline from CBR, which we respect. Review: Vagrant Queen is a fun, scrappy space adventure.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna press X to down.
X to down.
Director X to down.
Director X to down.
Projector X. Mahler bought one.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What was your favorite part of Vagrant Queen, Mahler?
Well, really, just when I opened it up, that was my favorite part. I was like, here we go. Jumping into the new world, the better world.
Let's get out of here.
Well, thank you for letting me read those super chats out.
Oh, I'll stay for some soup.
Quickly, yeah, let's go. Bruce Flash with a $20 has dropped $1,000 over 3 orders on the Alpha Core campaign. Let's fucking go.
Shout out Bruce, man.
Let's fucking go. Smegs with a Witcher for 18 says, "Hail the Great Ripper. Can't wait to get paid so I can get my Alpha Core."
We always get the boost on Fridays, man.
Oh, yeah. Likely all the CGC and 1 reader. Got to get that reader. Hail the rest of you, lads. Always love the show. Also, Gary, I will see you in 10 short days.
Wisconsin, yes.
Coalee with a $10 Silverback and steroid hamsters versus the Ripperverse. It's gonna happen.
That'd be good.
Just call me the guy with a $10. Eric, my dad got me in comics because I'm dyslexic. So to have my Isom 2 shipped to his house to tell him about and get him into a new comic means more to me than you will ever know. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man, so much. And I hope y'all enjoy that, man. Thank you so much.
But just call me the guy, that guy. What was your favorite part of Isom 2? What? Jet Spitzer with a Sorcerer for a month just got Alpha Core 1. Isom was my first comic I purchased.
Hell yeah.
And I've been sold ever since. Keep up the great work, Ripper.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Andrew Valdez, $10 says, I forgot the YouTube's name. The YouTuber's name, Virgo something. He put up a video proving you're scamming your audience. Apparently, Ripper, it seems like with the stuff he's saying, he could get himself into a lawsuit. Scam. Wrote a book.
Delivered book.
Drew a book. Inked a book. Colored a book. Lettered a book. Printed the book. Sold the book. People have got the book. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Weirdos talk. Weirdos talk. It's hilarious because I think the person that you're talking about also has a project that they have yet to deliver on. So, so it's
a jealous creator that's counting your money because they think they deserve it instead of earning it. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I know quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Best name I can think of with a 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Can't answer. Ted can't answer that because it's in litigation. So until we've got something, we'll I'm sure Eric will talk about that. Grand Dark Fine with a $10. My favorite part of Isom 2 is when Avery got caught stretching his calves on his sister's windowsill and told her he was doing some isometric exercises.
Interesting. It's my favorite part too. I love that.
Yeah,
It's a really good part.
That's my favorite part of Isom 4.
There's an Isom Street not far from my neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah.
Andrew Odette with a $5 says, I'm going to ask the question we're all wondering. Rippaverse Toys, when? Could be the home of toy/merch for many of the Iron Age works.
Oh, you're talking like me kind of heading charge on. See, that will require me to do similar to what we're doing with the comics and like getting infrastructure. And that's another game.
That's expensive, man.
That's expensive game.
I think it would probably be cheaper to go the 1/6 scale route than mass producing freaking little figures.
Yeah.
You know, maybe working something out with Sideshow or something.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with that's what would be my preference. You know, just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
JR with a Sorcerer for Months says, Eric, it's great seeing Rippaverse building momentum when the detractors all said you'd run out of steam by now. It's all right. You're going to fill in the next
it'll be the next one after.
Yeah. And then when Yaira sells a fuck ton as well, hit 7-figure. No. But it's no. But it's the gooding.
Yeah.
That's the one that's gonna.
That's how to go.
That's how you do that. The game. That's how you do that game.
Yep.
Let's try and do the Bashy Wash with another 10 gifted there. Carolyn with a 5-month sorcerer. Hashtag Pigeonverse release the Pigeon plushie, dude. I'm just saying, Pigeon plushie combined 2-pack. Pigeon steroid hamster.
But that would hey man, maybe we have conversations about that.
I'm just saying. Last week we got to see. Oh, last night we got to see the Rogue Elements teaser, which looks fucking amazeballs. Indies are coming back. Ale Critical Drinker.
Shout out.
I'm just trying to cherry pick. Carlos Lima with a $20. Love you guys and all your channels. Hey, Eric, I just ordered myself Isom 1, Isom 2, and Alpha 4.
Oh, yes. By the way, there's a bundle. I mean, it's fucking cheap as fuck considering you're getting over 300 pages. Like $65. You'll get Isom 1, you'll get Isom 2, and you also get the upcoming Alpha 4. So that is available to you.
Gotta read out Sheepsidian. Sheepsidian with a $20. Hail Silverback. Hail Giles Morales. Big Dog and Long. Got sick of succeeding in life, so I reached out to Eric for a job. Started failing consecutively, and it's wonderful. Get your Alpha Core orders in and help us fail even harder.
Shout out to our community manager, Sheep, man. Does a great job.
Sheep.
Yeah. I mean, hey, never mind. We could go all kinds of places. Coalee with a $5. Joke's on you. Here's a super chat, and I've already ordered my Alpha Core 1. So what was your favorite part of it?
Yeah, what was your favorite part?
Slender 7 last macros with a 20. Much love as ask my boss, Monsieur Eric July. Where is my pigeon plushie?
Everybody wants the damn pigeon plushie.
Royd hamster plushie. Yeah. And of course, my silverback plushie.
We'll look into some things. Let's just say that. We'll look into some things.
All I'm saying about that, I would buy the shit out of Royd. I could make a roided hamster army. I'm just saying. Yeah. 200 watt studio with a $2. Karen the Accuser. Yes, in a nutshell. Let's squeeze. Grey Ghost with a $20. My favorite part of Isom 2 is when Avery was fighting Indiana Jones, and after getting tied up with the whip, Indy says, "Get off my plane." Jokes aside, what do you mean? Jokes aside, that was my favorite part of Isom 2 as well.
It happened.
Yeah,
in the book.
Can't wait for Alpha Core, and congrats to Eric for 500K on day one. 500K on 5 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours, 45 minutes of them.
And it's crawling up, man. You guys are insane, man.
Friar Christmas with their first ever super chat on the channel with a $5 says the FNT crew should troll Hollywood by singing Imagine. It's actually happened.
Okay.
It might be happening.
I got to show you an ad that came up on my phone. It is fucking ridiculous. So it's,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going somewhere with this. Okay.
Yeah.
It's you know the nativity thing where you have Hans Gruber falling off the building for Christmas. Like it's not Christmas. Look at this ad. Sorry, it's got my editing thing because I had to blow it up for my picture. This ad that came up on my phone. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh
right.
yes.
So they have a gay one. What's the first thing that hits your mind if you see somebody falling from a building with a gay?
Is that building
Make it
is that building in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Fuck.
I love the idea they made a gay tower. Why?
What the fuck, man?
Fuck. I absolutely adore lack of self-awareness.
I did too.
Unbelievable.
You got the Hans Gruber edition, and then you got the Saudi Arabia edition.
It's just at least we have it confirmed. Nakatomi was straight. Now we know.
Yeah.
And they created gay visions.
Hans Gruber gay confirmed, I guess. A couple more, and then we got to get out of here.
What? That's the screen's huge. It's a Z Fold. It's a Z Fold. I'm blind. I'm old. There's all this ageism in the chat all the time. I'm fucking old.
It's bigotry.
My eyesight's going. My back hurts. I'm gonna die soon. Haha, so funny.
Haha,
Be
so
lucky
funny.
to live this long.
Alex James with a $2 says Royd Hamster statue leads the charge on the poll. And let's just grab one more. Again, if you haven't had it read out today, folks, I do apologize. Obviously, huge busy show. But I will go through all the ones that we didn't read on Sunday afternoon tea with us. Let's go with this one. Dean Krantz with a $20 says my first exposure to the Fellowship was Gary going off on Snowflake and Safe Space. Remember that wonderful time? I shared that with my friends that were nerds, and we laughed. Keep having fun. Keep exposing the bullshit. Thank you, Dean. Let's, before we go, get one final look at this fucking epic trailer.
Floorspar can be an unpredictable city. But fluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are.
It's me!
Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both We're Alpha Core. And failure is not what we do.
Chat. Pinned link up above. Go straight to the campaign if you want to back it, want to support it. If you've heard enough, seen enough today to have earned your coin, your hard-earned coin. And if you're watching this back on replay, and even now still though, the link is in the description down below, and you can click it there. Go to the campaign and go support it. Eric, I'll see you later on, and then tomorrow, Ripping the Silverback.
Yes. Yeah.
Ripping the Silverback, 7:30 p.m. UK time, 1:30 p.m. Central time. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have some pretty fucking spicy stuff to talk about.
That's some good stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah, baby. Gary, anything you'd like to plug a Rooney before we go, Zadozy?
Gonna work on a Marvels review after I see the Marvels. Got Nerdrotic Noon tomorrow with Frank Gore. And he may or may not have seen the Marvels already. Haven't got confirmation, but I think he had a chance last minute. Yeah. He's also seen Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, the Hunger Games prequel, which is being called an absolute triumph by all the shill critics.
Mm-hmm. And what does he say?
We'll find out, but it's also tracking to flop pretty hard at the box office.
Oh, that's such a shame.
But the critics are calling it the best of the franchise, which is pretty incredible because Jennifer Lawrence was the first action star in the history of history.
Female. Oh, wow. Okay. Not just female, just action
star.
star.
No, she was the first action star. We're
I
all
apologize.
children of Jennifer Lawrence. So that's going to be pretty amazing. We'll see.
Molly!
Yeah. Can't do that while we're streaming. Oh my god, people will see.
I can't help myself.
On the Moolah channel, just uploaded the discussion I had with Star Wars Theory. If people are curious, what happens when you have a disgusting Andor lover converse with a disgusting Filoni lover?
French beret wearing, cheese eating art film grad.
It was quite fun, and we had a big old back and forth, covered a decent amount of topics. There was, I'm afraid, not like, ripping each other apart. I know both fab bases were so ready for that, but I was just like, hey man, let's talk some Star Wars. And it was cool because I got clarification on a lot of his positions where previously I thought other things. It's just that he and I distinctly disagree on Filoni. I feel like he's a poison to Star Wars while he feels like he's its savior. It's a big old sticking point, I suppose. In any case, that's up. If you want to check it out, it was strange and fun. And I think the Theory said he's interested in having me back on sometime. So who knows? Maybe I reckon Mando season 4 and Ahsoka season 2. That'll be it for Star Wars Theory's liking of Filoni. There'll be too many straws broken. I reckon that's what'll happen. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't expect those seasons to be good either.
No, the Acolyte is going to be the Marvels of Star Wars. So
yeah, but who's that made by again?
Former Harvey Weinstein assistant Leslie.
Personal assistant.
Yeah, so no one will attribute like the crappiness of that to any kind of like it's almost expected. You know what I mean?
Skeleton Crew's made by
John Watts, right?
John Watts, director of No Way Home.
That will be. I don't know what we'll get with that. We'll have to see. Because there could be a lot of ways that could go.
We've seen good people work for Lucasfilm and turn to shit. So
yes.
It's very possible. Likely.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out if you want. I've got one more stream for RoboCop coming up where I finish it, I think. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah. And I guess I'll be on I'll be on Tuesday night's main event tonight.
Breaking news.
Oh,
strike's not over.
CGC cover C.
Oh,
Alpha Core is sold. It's sold out.
It's gone, bros.
It's gone.
It's gone. Full cover. That was actually this beautiful cover. Is no longer a thing. They are all sold out. They are the official CGC signature series versions.
But cover C is still available.
Cover C you still get.
It's
just the signature series version that is no longer a thing.
Is that even with the bundles?
That's even with the bundles. Them shits.
But you can still buy one and then have you sign it and somebody else sign it and then send it.
Yeah.
Chuck, he'll be at some of our events for sure. You can get him to sign it. But these are the ones that gets the nice gold label by CGC because they're signature series. Yeah, those shits are those are sold out. Those are sold out.
Wow, Eric, is there anything that you might like to plug before we go?
Nah, seriously, I appreciate this entire fellowship, everybody in the chat, sending this thing over 700,000, and still going up. We're only on day 2. We got, believe it or not, 74 motherfucking days left in this campaign, so it's gonna be crazy to see what this does. I appreciate you guys. Glad you guys love the trailer as well. And if you saw enough, you want to learn more about the story, or if you saw enough to go ahead and make the purchase, go to rippaverse.com and click on that Alpha Core campaign. But again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, man. You guys are making my dreams come true, man. So thank you.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I believe, correct me if I'm wrong,
You can fly.
even though the campaign is ending January 20th, I think, you are going to start fulfillment in December.
That is correct. And in fact, for domestic orders, doesn't mean that more won't go out, but we're guaranteeing for members that have the domestic orders, you're getting those by Christmas. Like, we're guaranteeing those. So yeah, we're starting the books. I got it in hand. This shit's already done. So we are doing our like pre-packing, bagging, boarding, doing all that stuff. That's what the warehouse team is doing. And then starting on the 4th, those orders will start going out.
So to be clear, we'll be able to identify our favorite part of Alpha Core by Christmas.
Yes. Yeah, like, if you already purchased, there is a purchase date by that deadline that we, if you check your emails, you've already seen it. But yeah, you'll be able to also learn more about Meth Gary in December 4th.
I'm going to be back later tonight on Tuesday night main event for a little bit. I've got to do my gym first, though. Got to do my gym. Got to do it. And tomorrow, Ripping the Silverback, 7:30 UK time, 1:30 Central time. Adjust your clocks accordingly. It's going to be on Eric's channel this week. My God, there's going to be some fucking stuff to discuss on that. Thursday, Robin in the Hood review on Thursday. Oh, is it? Yeah. Is it Thursday or is it Friday? Oh, no. I think it comes out on Thursday, so the review will be Friday. I'm not too sure. It's either Thursday or Friday that the Robin in the Hood review is coming out, but also Friday before Friday Night Tights, where the guest this week is... Good answer.
Mahler?
Oh, yeah. Talking about the Marvels. Am I the only guest? Are you not bringing on everyone?
Well, we wanted to bring Movie Cynic was supposed to come on, but he had to cancel because of some family stuff, which we totally understand, and we'll have him back because we love Movie Cynic. But you never know. Yeah, maybe I'll hook some more people in. It depends.
I will try to get my review out.
I hope so. I mean, Odin will be there for 20 minutes, so I'm sure we can get somebody to fill a spot.
I was slightly late to FNT this week, so I had to finish a video.
I understood you were streaming your game all day and yelling at people on Twitter, and you didn't have time to make a video.
I was not streaming my game all day. I was making
you were
my
yelling at
fucking
people
video
on Twitter.
all day.
You were yelling at people on Twitter.
Wow, that's quite fun as well.
It's because I never do that.
And I left on time because I had to hit the
gym.
And I still did about 3 times more work than Odin.
Odin is the only father who's ever lived. Okay.
I know. My bad. I apologize, Odin.
Yeah, you don't understand that he's the only father of 2 children ever in the history of time. Every fucking new parent believes that, by the way. At least he's on his 2nd kid this time.
Does that mean you can start neglecting the first one?
Oh, definitely.
Legally, yes.
Legally, yes.
Legally.
I want to send a huge thank you to the audience today. I want to give a huge thank you to my mods. Everybody who's supported the Alpha Core campaign before today and from today's stream.
Absolutely.
Massive thank you. I'm a legit believer in what Eric's doing. Legit believer. It's just great to see somebody that you just fucked around with and yelled at bad TV with becoming a grassroots. You're a shill as, yeah, I'm a shill for a grassroots self-made man with an idea that put his own money where his mouth is.
Oh, and then
decided-
you're actually paying for the stuff he produces. You're
I
not
know,
getting
yeah,
it for
yes.
free,
True.
which completely makes you not a shill. But go on.
His products, every single bit of Rippaverse product I have, from
He's
the
perfect.
comics.
That's true.
to the
Even though I would,
DVDs.
if he asked, I'd send it to him. He's literally, yeah, that's a good point.
Nope.
Y'all have purchased the shit.
Yes.
That shirt Gary's wearing is fucking. He purchased.
I bought it. I bought it.
Purchased.
Yeah.
And I purchased the everything. I want it all.
Yeah.
Of Alpha Core, because this is the big one that I was really excited about. This one.
Dixon, man. Can't go wrong.
And
with that.
the guy that decided to take on the multi-billion-dollar corporations. I'm okay to be called a shill for Eric July. I'm okay with that.
We're not shilling.
I'm okay. And we're not, no, yeah, but obviously I'm using shill in the, I mean, I personally use the word support, believe in, want to succeed. Those are the terms that I would personally use. But sure, shill, yeah. Whatever makes your heart grow fonder, hey. Yeah, and but I am being paid by Eric to say all this anyway, by the way. So, but no, seriously, 6,163 individual purchases so far, and we're only on day 1.5.
That's
Not
true.
even on day 1.5.
The chat is saying it best. Hashtag Black Man Magic. Black Man Magic.
Man Magic. Because that is the only thing that has sold that, Eric. Nothing else. Nothing whatsoever.
Just your identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
Because that's what Eric says. He just says, as a black man of colorings, I needed to put my self-insert voice into the comic space. Buying a comic from me is saving a life of a black
I
man
am
colorings.
stealing that from you for the end of time. A person of colorings.
As a black man of colorings. As a person,
As a
of
person
colorings.
of coloring books.
Yeah. Well, half of them are fucking written with fucking crayon, mate. So, yeah.
Most of them are entertained by coloring books too. So, there you go.
Yes. Okay. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch the stream today. I'll do a super chat square up on Sunday afternoon tea with Az to go through all the others. Thank you so much indeed for the support. Mods, thank you so much indeed for giving up your free time today. I legitimately appreciate it. Massive audience today. Had over 8,000 today. I think we're at 8.3 at one point. Huge audience. Thank you so much indeed. It's wonderful to see enthusiasm, legit enthusiasm and excitement. Something that's been missing for a long time. And Eric's been bringing that in spades, and it does. It fucking fills my heart with joy. Everybody who super chatted, remembered, and gifted memberships. Big special thank you to Bashi Washi with at least 60 gifted memberships today. Thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel. Thank you so much indeed for supporting the Rippaverse. We'll be back with some more stuff very soon. Until then, you take care. Bye for now.
Bye.